I think we've officially reached what is either the most fun or the most stressful, depending on the person, episode of the NFL offseason. It's time to make predictions.
Why would this be stressful?
I don't know. How much you want to be right?
I don't care. I don't care. I'm know for a fact I'm getting something wrong.
Oh, yeah, you're getting most things wrong.
So it's okay.
But yeah, so as you guys see by the title, we've done a lot of talk throughout the previous weeks about our opinions on the teams, opinions on the best players, the transactions that happened. Today, we're going to sit down and we are going to make our official picks for what we think will be the final outcome for every single NFL division. And maybe that's the wrong way to phrase it. It's not the final outcome because obviously we're not going through each week predicting the schedule, seeing who actually has the most wins, like the amounts. We're just basically power ranking what we think will be the best teams by the end of the year in each division, 1 through 4.
This is a very good feel out to see what division's looking like.
Yeah. And we're going to do this via essentially a tier list. I'm using that as a mechanism, but every division going to have a first place team, second place team, third place team, fourth place team. Get the view of what we view going to the season as the most quality teams in every division. Obviously, injuries, schedule, and so forth will have an impact on that in reality. But this is just based on what we think by each roster, who the best teams are.
Okay.
Let's lock in.
You guys ready to yap?
Let's do it.
Ready to piss off 75% of the fan bases because we're not going to put them first?
I've been waiting. Been waiting.
Let's get straight into it. Let's talk about these NFL divisions.
And your quarterback's not a Hall of Famer. How about that?
Oh, God.
How about that? Now I'm pissed off.
He said no one's quarterback Hall of Famer now.
You saw everybody mad at him for the Matthew Stafford stuff.
And I'll say it again. Your man's is not getting in.
Don't get him started on Mike Evans.
Oh, my gosh.
Uh-oh. Cue the intro music. Cue the intro music.
Hold on.
I love that you're already getting the NFL fans are already starting to see your hatred side come out. The NBA
Yeah.
fans have known forever that you're the biggest hater in the world. Now the NBA fans are getting a taste. But besides Donovan's hatred, we're going to jump straight into it right away.
Whoa. I got the Mo you know. How could you forget?
I did forget about the Mo you know.
Come on now, man.
What did
Every
you
day
learn
we
this week,
knowing
Mo?
something.
What is the
Every day
Mo
we
you know?
knowing something,
Show
man.
and tell
Come on
time.
now.
What does Mo know?
Dude, why the hell am I on my way back? And on my way back from here, I think it was Thursday evening or whatever from a TD3 recording session.
Yes.
And some news dropped on my phone. I get this notification talking about salts. People be salt smelling in the NFL. And apparently there was a whole epidemic going on my entire life that I was not aware of. Officially, the NBA, the NFL has banned teams providing their players salts. I had no idea this was a thing. And when I read into it, I was told that, these players smelling salts will help them in their focus and it helps them go ahead and fix their alertness. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Focus and alertness. Just read a book and take pre-workout. What are we doing right now? Then I did another deeper dive into it. And I saw that, these players actually benefit from this to a degree because it helps them after they take a big hit or whatever the case may be on the core of the scenario, maybe on the field.
Do you sniff any?
Ain't gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? I had a very fun week. No, I didn't. But it was very interesting and weird. Especially because of the way they worded it too. And it feels like they just wanted to wash their hands potentially clean from any potential side effects or case studies that may have come out in the next 30, 50 years or whatever.
Yeah. Well, it came out. They didn't actually ban it. They banned teams from giving them.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You can't give it, but the players can still do them. They just can't be given by the team. And yeah, apparently the reason for this is because a lot of players, supposedly from their data, use it to mask the concussion symptoms. So they're feeling that it's not worth it because if a player gets concussed, obviously it's a big deal for the NFL. And over the last decade, it's one of the biggest stories surrounding the league. That if there could be in the future some kind of lawsuit and people say you were providing the cover up for players, that could be a problem. But they're still going to do it though. Like I said, players can still supply it themselves. There was so much uproar from these players whenever they thought they couldn't do smelling salts. It was hilarious.
Strung out, man.
Literally, bro. Smelling salts is crazy.
And I knew people did it. I didn't know it was such a huge, widespread thing. George Kittle said, I consider retirement. Bro, Baker Mayfield said it would affect him greatly. That every drive he goes out there and he's off the smelling salts just to hype himself up and get in the zone.
It's fair.
These are exposing all the former crack addicts, honestly, bro.
I feel like I got to try some smelling salts. I might edit some videos better.
Shit,
I'm going to be going crazy.
All right,
No,
listen,
I might need
we're
that.
going to find some this week. Next week, we're sniffing.
Sniff test.
We're sniffing next.
I've never
next
had a
week.
smelling salt before. I've been around it before in like locker rooms. Some people do it in like high school, but I've never like tried it. I gotta
in
try
high
it.
school.
Bro, they do it in high school?
I mean, people just wrestlers do it too. I mean, all it does is make your sinuses go like, because like you're like fucking sniffing pepper, so your eyes get all wide. You're all like alert. It's just like forcing your body to shock.
They're out here leaning before algebra.
You don't get high from smelling salts.
Bro, that's so embarrassing, man.
Yeah, interesting that there was such an uproar that players were like,
They're doing that pose that I misunderstood pose for English.
the players are acting like their civil liberties are being taken away. It was like, I can't fucking function if you do this. What are you doing?
Yeah, man, that's so embarrassing. Of course, like you said earlier, they're allowed to supply themselves with their own smelling salts, which I guess really doesn't make a difference or matter.
Yeah.
I just thought this matter was fucking hilarious. I saw also there's like a bunch of highlight reels when this news dropped about of players taking salts, and I saw Josh Allen. I forget what play he did. I think he slid. He avoided a hit, and on the sideline he was just over here smelling hella salts, bro. Or some coach applied it to him too, and I was like, damn, that's fucking crazy. Like that is insane.
Look at this guy. I don't know. It's one of the coordinators from the Jags. Whenever mine was there, I don't remember his name.
Why is a coordinator taking salts?
You got to get ready to call the best game, right? Lock in. You need to be one with your players, understand what they're going through, so that you can put them in a great position. I like it.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
But shout out George Kittle. He can continue to play, continue to provide blocking, continue to provide fantasy points because he has his smelling salts. All is right in the world.
Love it.
But okay, outside of the Mo, now it is time for us to get to the main topic of this episode, to go division by division and rank every single team in the NFL based on. So let's clarify our criteria first. We're doing this as a group, so it's gonna make a group ranking. We'll debate it. Mo's basically gonna be tiebreaker because Donovan's gonna be everybody's fourth.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, I don't know, maybe there's a chance they're first. So Mo's gonna come together and kind of
No such thing as one in his eye. That's funny. So.
Everybody sucks besides the Eagles.
Just too optimistic.
And then, yeah, you're way too pessimistic. I'm probably too optimistic. We'll see if Mo can find a nice middle ground. But it's based on, I think, right now going into week 1, who we think the best teams are, who has the most Super Bowl cachet, the best roster on paper. It's an approximation of who's going to win the division, but I think if you drew a true like predictions of who's going to win the division, you have to look at everybody's schedule and talk about like who they're going to play, map it out. We're not doing all that, so it's really just who we think are the best teams.
Yeah, in their section. Okay, cool.
And obviously health will come into it, schedule like I said, but on paper in a power ranking sense.
Okay, I fuck with it.
Let's talk about it.
So let's get into it. Let's start with the AFC West. This one's pretty easy, I think, to start with. First and fourth, do we feel good about the Chiefs and Raiders still being top and bottom?
I feel good about the Chiefs being at the top.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of buying into Raiders hype,
Oh god.
and so I'm like,
Just last week, you were just so, oh my God, they're doing too much glazing. Or last few weeks, really.
I've been going back and forth because I can see both sides. Because again, they have a fourth place schedule. They've gotten the upgrade at coach. They got Geno Smith in there, and like, do they have like a wide receiver one? No, but guess what? They have one of the best pass catchers in the league. You have Brock Bowers, so like, you have a whole bunch of things that make it possible. Like,
I was going to say, I just noticed, I saw that tweet yesterday. My jaw dropped.
It's not real, but it's funny.
Oh, so I was about to say, brother, it might be real because he's hanging in there, barely holding on.
I don't think it's real, at least, is it? No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't know. He's barely holding on in the first place.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I can see a world very much where like the Raiders are third, and so I'm not 100%.
I can't barring health.
Committed.
Obviously teams get hurt or whatever, but I think for this, the power ranking sense, we think are going to week 1 the best teams. To me, the Raiders very improved. This will be one of the most stacked divisions in the NFL because of their improvement, but they're still very clearly fourth to me.
Yeah.
Their offensive line is not good still.
Yeah.
And hopefully Ashton Jeanty can remake their running game overnight by just being electric. But, clear philosophy difference in what you think is more important, either the offensive line to block the running back or the running back to make the best of their shitty blocking, whatever. Like, you can debate that. Clearly, they thought it was worth getting Jeanty first and figuring out the line later. And listen, they got Andre James out of there, who was the biggest problem in their offensive line last year, one of the worst centers in the NFL. They'll be improved a little bit by the nature of slightly upgrading some talent and getting one of the worst centers out of there. But I still don't think it'll be a top-notch unit. I think Brock Bowers is great. Jacoby Myers is a very good number 2 receiver. They're still lacking the weapons. And I love Geno Smith more than anybody, but he's not Superman. And I don't see him being able to make this a top 15 offense in the league.
NFL.
Top 15?
I don't think it's any top 15 offense, do you?
Wow.
I think they can get there.
Yeah, anybody can get there, but I don't
Like-
I don't think they will get there. Just because the offensive line is still legitimately not good, and that's a problem.
Fourth seems at this point. Fourth seems a little harsh.
Fourth seems harsh when there's 3 playoff teams in the division.
Yeah, exactly. There's like who's gonna
I
be
mean, they
four if it's not
might
gonna be
they
them?
might be a playoff team.
No, they're not. I do not buy that at all. Okay, I mean, I said that. I mean, not to be harsh.
Like-
I understand what you're getting at.
You know, like
Yeah.
in for so for I
So
feel like
other than them, who's gonna be the team that like
you know what I'm saying?
you think it's really gonna be them?
like I think,
mean, I understand.
Think if there's ever first of all, if there's ever a franchise who can mess things up, it's gonna be them. And then I do think that for a lot of teams, whenever we get to this part of the year, it's like, okay,
He's talking shit, Don Isaac.
Not-
Isaac,
not-
he's talking
not
shit.
even.
He's
Not-
talking mad shit, Isaac.
Okay.
Mad shit.
not even. I think for a lot of teams, when we get to preseason rankings and all this stuff, and we start trying to project forward, and people are very optimistic about their chances, you say, okay, well, if we get improvement from these 4 guys, and then if our 2 rookies hit, and then if this other free agent comes in and does his job, and then if the 2 coaches that we replace come in and they're at the top of their profession,
Isn't that what the Raiders are doing?
Yes, that's all the Raiders are doing.
No,
the Chargers are the opposite of that.
the only reason why I'm saying it is because the things that the Raiders have improved from that are much more tangible than I think a lot of other teams in terms of the actual upgrade from what they had at quarterback last year to Geno Smith, the actual upgrade that they have from Antonio Pierce to Pete Carroll, where base level you're getting competency. I think that those 2 things, along with a very tangible 4th place schedule, where obviously not every team is going to be like where they're slotted, right? Like teams are going to go up and down, but you do know that they are going to have a majority of winnable games. And so I think that for them, if you're projecting forward, they have probably the clearest path to project forward and that actually be real at this stage of the year. So I can see a situation where like they're 3rd and maybe the Chargers are 4th. I can see that situation.
Sure, I can see a lot of situations, but I think if you're actually gauging how good these rosters are right now you can do that with everybody. The worst case scenario, best case scenario. This is clearly the 4th talented roster on this.
Well, let's
I think they're gonna.
can we talk, because let's talk through my potential my 3, because I think for you guys, if you still feel shaky about your interior offensive line, the fact that you just lost your left tackle, how are you feeling about everything, knowing that your offensive line is still it's actually like a quote unquote problem now?
Yeah, well, passing wise, it'll be fine, because obviously we haven't talked about Rashawn Slater tore his fucking patellar tendon, terrible injury. They lost one of the best left tackles in the NFL. So their offensive line will be an issue. It'll be mid-tier now instead of being the 12th or 11th best. They had 2 elite tackles and bad interior. Raiders' offensive line is still worse. The interior defensive line is a question mark for the Chargers. The Raiders' interior D-line is still worse. The Chargers' cornerback room isn't the most talented. The Raiders' quarterback room is less talented. Like, everything that there is a question for the Chargers is worse for the Raiders. They are equally flawed in every way. All the identifiable strengths you can identify with them, that they have a good quarterback, they have a couple good weapons, and you have a coach you believe in, all true for the Chargers. And the Chargers last year were a top 10 defense without doubt. They were actually one of the better ones, but I think we could say they'll probably drop for talent reasons. Things move year over year defensively. There's no logical reason, I think, other than somebody has to get better in a division for the Raiders. Like, every identifiable strength they have, the Chargers are also great at. And the Raiders have the weakest offense in the division, in a division where there's 3 elite defenses. So that's, regardless, going to be extremely difficult, even with their 4th place schedule. I salute the Raiders. They'll win more than fucking 3 games or whatever. But
you
they're
said
not
3
going to
elite
be.
defenses. You mean just 2?
No, I mean 3. The Chiefs, the Broncos, and the Chargers are all great defenses.
Okay.
And maybe if elite means top 5 to you, then maybe Chargers fall out of that. But it's still well above average. Last year was an elite defense.
I feel like you have one elite. Like the Chiefs aren't an elite defense.
They're a top 10. Yeah, they are.
I mean, I like for this upcoming year, like I don't think they're going to be like a top 5 unit.
Okay, well, let's use the phrase top 10 defenses. There's 3 top 10 defenses in this conference.
Okay.
In this division. The Raiders are not one of them. And the Raiders also have probably the weakest offense in this division, even with Chargers issues.
I do agree with you. I think the Raiders will see like a certain level of improvement, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to edge them over so many other teams who have a system who are not like in any type of experimental phase. They just need they have things in place already, and it feels like the Raiders don't at all.
Now, I will say the Chargers' offensive line now, one more injury and they're cooked. So like that could be the case, and the more injuries pile up and not starting you look up and this team is healthy, the other ones aren't. That's obviously in the cards. the Raiders also aren't a deep team, so they're also one injury away from being cooked, same as anybody else. So I see your point that they are better, but everything you could say about them and why they can be good can be said about every other team in this division.
I feel. Listen, we're gonna obviously like I'm outvoted here, so like we'll go Raiders at 4. I feel the same, if not better, about the Raiders right now than I do about the Chargers.
Yeah, but they have better
think so.
QB, better weapons, better offensive line, way better defense, top to bottom. Outside of Crosby, Crosby is better than Khalil Mack, but outside of that, the Jesse Minter-led defense is better on every level than the Raiders defense.
And then it's also the fact that Chargers just be finding ways.
And the Raiders don't.
to lose games.
We're not talking. I mean,
but that's like built into y'all. Like
it's the Raiders.
Like the Raiders have done that because like they've been bad. You guys have been good and also lost games, and that's always the issue that I like have with the Chargers. But yeah, we can go with the Raiders for obviously the Chiefs are first. Like somebody has to go beat them. They've won the AFC West for like 8 years in a row now.
So the Chargers are clearly 3. I think especially post Slater injury, the path to them being a really, really great team that surprises people, I think was largely built on having the best tackle duo in the NFL. Like that had to be the leap they make next year. If Joe Alt becomes an all-pro guy, like people expect he would, it would be, this is the best tackle duo in the NFL, a top 6 quarterback in the NFL. People disagree, whatever, but one of the better quarterbacks, and their weapons are better now. Obviously, McConkey's good. Some of these rookies hit. Hopefully, Harrington's good. Like, if the young guys come together, this would be great protection in the passing game, great quarterback and weapons. That was the path to them making that leap offensively and like saying, oh, can they win multiple playoff games? Mm-hmm. Without Slater, I am just like full on doom and gloom fan now. Like, I don't see a ceiling at all anymore for me. Which that's a dramatic phrasing because
no, you're right. The ceiling. You're right. The ceiling. I don't think the ceiling is there anymore. Like you guys obviously aren't going to be like trash or anything like that. But like it's.
I should say they do still have an elite left tackle. Assuming Joel is good, so that there is still that. And we've seen Pipkins, who's going to be their new starting right tackle. He's a good pass protector, and Herbert has made it work with bad O-lines his entire career. So they still can and will be really good if those young weapons hit like the whole idea their ceiling was built on before. If Trey Harris is really good, Hampton's a superstar, and things continue to go, they still could be really good. It's not the end of the world. Like plenty of great teams have been great offenses without elite offensive lines, without 2 elite tackles. But they're just the talent level is not there on this team. It's all built on the quarterback being the offense, him being one of the best floor raisers in the NFL. I know people hate that to be a statement, but it's true. And defensively, Jesse Minter is a crazy floor raiser defensively.
Yep.
They still do have that ceiling because those things can still be true, but I'm not going to make the bet over the Broncos without that offensive line being a true strength.
No, I mean the Broncos and their defense, it's scary, and it's going to be one of the 3 best units, in the NFL, and so they deserve that. I feel like with the progression that you saw in season from Bo Nix last year, obviously you get another offseason, you get a full offseason with him and Sean Payton, and you can go back and figure out where can we expand the offense. You add RJ Harvey in to get a little bit more of a run game because like the running backs that they had last year were just like all right, great
Not
job,
serious.
Right? Like you guys are wearing jerseys, but
you guys are wearing jerseys.
But like all of that is gonna be improved. So yeah, I do think that the Broncos are second in this division.
And I will say the Chargers, like I'm super doom and gloom right now because they lost Slater and it's a big deal. Defensively, like last year they were the best defense in points per game for most of the year. Wasn't number 1 in EPA or anything. You look deeper, but they were top 5 in most categories of advanced stats. Like they were a truly elite defense, despite not having the best on paper talent that jumped off the screen as people and to make people expect to be an elite defense. That could happen again. I think I'm not going to assume it does just because defense year over year is like the most volatile thing in the NFL. It's pretty hard to have a top flight defense every year, especially when you're not built on like Myles Garrett or Micah Parsons or one of those guys that you can clearly see as being one of the best. They could very well be a top 5 defense again. Like they have essentially the same talent level as they did last year. When you think about Joey Bosa and his lack of availability and who they brought in to replace Poona Ford and that deep defensive tackle room now, like that is still possible. They could still be second place off the strength of that defense. But, when you're based on coaching and not elite talent, there's variabilities there. And we know the Broncos did get better defensively. I'm fine seeding that on paper. They should be second place.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's not
very strong.
But I think the Chargers are one of the they're not set in stone as third. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm fine putting that there, but it wouldn't be shocking if they proved us wrong.
And got to second?
Yeah. I'm just, not saying they're gonna get first, but yeah, they could get to second again.
Okay, that feels like a realistic outcome.
That's their range.
Yeah.
In this division, especially at this point, You got the Chiefs. Everybody else is fighting for whatever slot in. Don't really.
Do you? Some people are having a debate between the Chiefs and the Broncos. Do you want to entertain that?
That's
No, I
serious,
don't.
man.
I
Wow.
don't. I think that like the Chiefs in their worst year, like in their worst offensive year, to where it looked the muddiest. You didn't really like what you were doing. They were still one of the most efficient offenses in the NFL. They still made the Super Bowl, and they still dominated that division. Until somebody goes ahead and is 2 games up on the Chiefs with 3 games to go left in the season, that is when we can start having the conversation about the Chiefs not winning the AFC West. Up until then, it's fun to theorize, and if you need to fill some time, awesome. Yeah, like let's have the debate. This is going to be a 3-hour show. We don't need to do that.
Yeah.
And so I think like the Chiefs have earned that respect, and like they have. I know that Rashee Rice is going to be suspended. He's also coming back.
How many games is he going to miss? Like 3, 4?
It's not guaranteed. It hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
People are expecting anywhere from 4 to 6. It might be on the higher end.
That's crazy,
Which would suck,
man.
but
That'll
you know,
fuck them.
to his point,
To a
last
degree.
year they won all those games with the Super Bowl without Rice for the whole year,
Mhm.
and like everybody knows Mahomes had no weapons last year, and everybody knows that it was an issue. But I think that it's still, to many people, it's worse than you think. Still, how
Yeah.
untalented offense was last year. Like it was truly dog shit. Like I don't know if people realize Mahomes made up more percentage of his team's yards in total than Josh Allen did last year. And Josh Allen is like I'm a whole team's offense guy. He was like the best rusher on that team because their running back room was so dire after Isaiah Pacheco's injury. Their blocking situation was so bad. They had nobody on the outside that can make an advantage, especially before Worthy kind of took that leap in the second half of the year. It was truly worst case scenario. And I think defensively, I don't think you said they're not going to be elite defense. I think they very much will. They still have Chris Jones, who obviously is getting older. They still have George Karlaftis, who is a serviceable second rusher. You know, gives them enough pass rush that it's not a weakness by any means. They still have all the guys on the second level they've had the whole time. Leo Chanel, Nick Bolton, Drew Tranquil, all those guys in the linebacking room. They signed Christian Fulton from the Chargers, who kind of had a career resurgence year last year. He's always dealt with injuries, but he was very solid for them last year. If he can be healthy for them, like they can give them another great corner. I think that this will once again, especially in the playoffs, be a top 5 defense.
Okay.
I think for the Chiefs, if you ask me about like their playoff defense, I feel very confident about that because they've proven playing. They like not only because of the success and all that, but especially like Chris Jones. Chris Jones he is like the closer.
Yeah.
Where like every single time we get to 3rd and 4, 4th and 3, you need to play. Chris Jones is making that play every single time, and so especially at this point, since they've lost talent like year over year, since what I guess we're going into 25 over the last 2-3 years, whatever. We keep getting further into the season, and it feels like they are putting more and more pressure and responsibility on Chris Jones's shoulders to go ahead and make that big play. Like if Chris Jones is not making plays like that at the end of games, the margin for error for them is very, very low.
What about this photo shoot though?
I mean, he's locked in.
Is he really locked in? Because I just saw a video of him talking about how he said that since he started his online career, he kind of feels as time is going on, his locked in level just weighing as each year goes by. But also, he's getting up there too.
Yeah.
He's locked in.
I showed this picture, not the other ones, but you know, they're all hilarious. But yeah, I see people's points that the Broncos defense, if Jahdae Barron is a star right away and they have that crazy defensive line depth and they have maybe the best secondary in football, if Jahdae Barron is really, really, truly at his peak as a rookie, not his peak, but you know, is best case scenario in his rookie year, this could be a game-changing defense. And certain people are more optimistic about Bo Nix's ceiling than we are. So if you think Bo Nix has another leap in his game coming and that he can be a top 12 quarterback in the league next year and some of those young weapons hit, maybe Pat Bryant is really good as a 3rd-round steal. Like you said, RJ Harvey can be dynamic out the backfield. Like there's a ceiling here where if you tell me they win 14 games and the Chiefs have a struggle year, more injuries happen, and like they're not necessarily worse, but something happens that ends up with the Broncos being first place by nature of over exceeding expectations and Chiefs hit some roadblocks, it's possible. But I think if everybody has a best case scenario, I still think the Chiefs is better.
Yeah.
14's a lot.
It is a lot, but I'm saying like, you know, if that's the case and they have a great borderline elite quarterback and the best defense in the league, that's, you know, the Vikings did it with similar reasoning. Like that could happen.
Yeah, that was malarkey too.
Yeah.
and you went through that season, you're like, you know, good for them. But I knew good and dang well.
Yeah.
Them dudes are not making a far playoff run.
Yeah. 14's a lot, but I don't think I think that's within the realm of possibility for the best case scenario for the Broncos.
All right, best case scenario, fine.
I'm saying best case scenario as if it's like pie in the sky, but like attainable best case scenario. Like that could happen. Like if we look up and that's a surprise most improved team of the season, that wouldn't shock me whatsoever.
Most improved team.
Whatever that means to you.
Yeah.
There's teams that are shitty, but that's not really the point. But like team jumping from solid playoff team to like true contender, it could very well be the Broncos.
Okay, yeah. I think they're definitely on pace for that. They are, and it just feels like they are the next coming team over the next few years because
the vibes are there.
The vibes are there. The defense is there. Defense has been there. Bo Nix is, I don't know. Seems like he's edging into top 13, 12. Like
we're edging Bo Nix?
That's crazy.
Okay. Dude, you guys are freaks, man.
But no, you're right.
For me.
To your point, Bo Nix is like, he's trending. Had a strong rookie year. If you tell me you believe he'll build on that and have another strong second year, that's possible. I think he's 25 and is expected to have a good rookie year. So I'm not necessarily thinking like everything's linear. Like surely that means it's on pace to be top 10, right?
Yeah.
I don't really think about it that way, but I can't call it impossible.
Yeah, it's fine.
Even if he's the same, like they're gonna still be great, and their roster just got better.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just hard whenever you're when you're in a division with the best quarterback in the world.
Yeah.
So like,
and then top 7 quarterback and top 15 at worst, however you feel about Geno Smith. Like that's just a great loaded quarterback division.
Exactly.
Okay, let's move over to another AFC team. Let's go to an easy one now since we spent so much time on the hardest one in the AFC. Yeah. AFC East. So Bills are still first. No real debate there. This is true Super Bowl contender in a division of their own. They'll probably win it for 7 straight years as long as Josh Allen's healthy. Now, 4th place. I also feel pretty safe that the Jets are 4th. But I
feel like they're going to surprise some people, actually.
Yeah, their defense could be really good. The running game could be really good with Justin Fields if they unlock his strengths and mitigate his weaknesses. If Aaron Glenn's a great coach, they could surprise people. You're right. But I don't know. Like the Dolphins are such a like blah team that people don't want to respect anymore. But their floor is pretty high with Mike McDaniels. And the Patriots are obviously everyone's darling, most improved team in the conference this summer. Which team would you want to put the Jets over? Like so like I could see a world where the Jets are 3rd place quality, but who's going to be 4th place quality?
Okay,
that's tough.
Whose downfall are you preying on if you're betting on the Jets?
If you're the Jets, I mean, you're obviously preying on the. I think you're preying on the Patriots' downfall because, you are 2 teams who have gone these like reconstructions in the offseason, and like you both have this young quarterback that you're trying to push. You both have these new coaches. Who's gonna get like the best like first start of this new era? If you're them, you're hoping that the Pats aren't this newfound second best team in the division. But it's hard because yes, I feel like the floor is higher for the Dolphins than a lot of people are giving them credit.
Mm-hmm.
But also in that floor, there's a step where if you take it, you get into the basement.
Yeah.
And like if everything goes wrong for them, it's gonna get ugly. Like they could have it could get nasty.
Yeah, but listen, if we want to talk about floors, the Jets have one of the worst floors in the NFL, I think. If Justin Fields isn't improved as a drop back passer.
So just an hour ago, news came out that the Miami Dolphins rookie linebacker Chop Robinson just got carted off the field.
Yeah, he got hurt in joint practice today, which is a big deal. But they have some depth. It's not if he's out for multiple weeks or whatever. Like it doesn't spell the end of their season as long as Chubb is healthy. I think
that's tough.
But that does suck. Chop Robinson is great, but we'll see where that goes. But if we're talking about floors, there's a floor where the Jets have the worst passing offense in the conference.
I feel like there's a floor where the Dolphins have the worst passing offense.
No, there's not. The worst passing where Mike McDaniels, if Tua gets hurt, it's a supposed possibility.
And it's like, but that's also like a very like real thing though.
Yeah, he does get hurt. So I see your point there. But even then, like worst in there, I don't even think they were worse in the conference last year when they were at their damn near bottom.
Also, there's another team in this conference that doesn't know how they're moving in the quarterback room. So maybe they will be like bottom 3. If we're doing like power rankings and just how we feel, I do feel like I don't like the Dolphins, but I do have to respect. Like I don't believe in them a lot this year.
Yeah,
but I do have to respect the fact that their infrastructure is better than what a lot of people are giving them credit for. Mm-hmm. So we can put the Dolphins 3.
3.
Wow,
I was thinking Dolphins would be 2.
Oh no,
Wow.
that's not how I'm feeling right
Okay,
now.
That's
so
a
okay,
huge
so
swing.
You know,
first
that's,
thing.
that's not how I'm feeling.
So are we agreeing Jets are fourth?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go there. That's
yes.
okay.
Yes, we can go there.
Okay, so Dolphins versus Patriots for second place. So my feeling is the Dolphins have the clear floor that we know if Tua is healthy and Mike McDaniels is there, and they have the competent quarterback in place to make the most of their offense and execute the concepts they want to do. And we know their offensive line is addressed. We don't know if it's improved yet, but it's addressed. You know, they made some moves. They drafted Jonas Avenea. They got James Daniels. They said, we do not want to be bitch made up front again. We want to be able to run the ball and have some power up front and not be the softest trench team in the NFL. We'll see if that works, but they address that at least. I'm going to assume it helps a little bit and they can run the ball somewhat again.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, they can punish people that run cover 2 all game because they have to be able to run the ball to attack those soft boxes. If that happens, the chain reaction goes and the passing offense, I think, will return somewhat to what it was before. They've made it clear that Tyreek Hill is still a member of the team. There's obviously the issues going on, but it also seems like they're featuring James Waddle even more. So there will be some reconfiguration of the passing offense that could be for the better, I think, if Waddle can get really activated. Barring injury, which is always a thing with Tua, I don't see them being a 6-win team. I think they have a floor of being 7, 8, at least mediocre, which in this division is to me the second best team.
Even with injury into play, since you know that's going to happen.
What? I don't know what's going to happen.
I mean, it might as well be set in stone for Tua.
I don't know. I'm not going to go in saying he's going to get another concussion.
First of all, I'm not going to say concussion is the thing. He's only played the full season one time.
Yeah.
So regardless of what it is, he a majority of the time Tua is not playing a full season. So I do think that at minimum, and also low key, it's honestly very hard for people to play full seasons.
Yeah.
I'll bake in a minimum 3 games that he's missing. And I feel like that's kind of fair, especially at this point.
But I feel like you can do that with anybody. It's like you said, it's hard to play 16 games. People miss games all the time. That to me isn't a meaningful part of the question. Because you can do that for anybody that you want to feel.
But
like
it feels
you
the
want to
most
talk
meaningful part of the question for someone like him, especially for
You're right. It is
the trackers.
When we were having conversations last year about, hey, should this guy not play football anymore? I think that's a very real thing to kind of bake into the equation with them. And I think that their floor, if he's not there and you have to go to Zach Wilson or Quinn Ewers, that's not great. That's not awesome. The backup plans for Miami isn't great. And I think that for New England to be second, listen, I was not to the moon. I was nudged by what I saw from Travion Henderson in week 1 of the preseason.
Oh, he's really good.
That's what I'm saying. Nudged. You know that Mike Vrabel is going to have them ready. Their defense is going to be better than the Dolphins.
Yeah, people have been talking about the fact that they got Carlton Davis, who's a very good corner, and they have Christian Gonzalez, who's could be the best corner in the NFL next year. That's possible for Christian Gonzalez. Call him second to Surtain or whatever you want, but he can have that type of a season. So I agree. This could be a great defense. It's really the only question for me is the offensive line ready? Because they obviously drafted Will Campbell and franchise left tackle potentially, but obviously people have questions about his ability to be a left tackle. I think no matter what, he'll be at least good. People just have questions of can he be one of the best, or is his long-term position guard, whatever. I don't think their offensive line is a guarantee. Morgan Moses is a new right tackle, notably not great, and their interior isn't the best to make up for the question marks on the tackle position. Obviously, the coaching staff, we believe in Vrabel, but it's still a lot of question marks. And I think we all treat Drake May like it's a guarantee he hits. Not a guarantee necessarily that he's hits the level of we can contend for a wild card spot. There's enough questions that I think at least that they consider the Dolphins.
I think the Dolphins also have questions at the coaching staff too. At some point this season, and I know it's already started, but at some point, somebody's gonna be like, hey, is Mike McDaniel going to be the coach here next year? This staff may be on its way out because of how volatile this situation is. And so if you went out, you got your left tackle, you did all that, you have Travion Henderson, you signed Stephon Diggs, you have Kyle Williams, you have all of these things to where even if this isn't the year where Drake May goes from, rookie quarterback to Josh Allen, if he can be the 20th to 17th best quarterback in the league, I think that's either on pace or better than where Tua is going to be anyways.
Yeah.
So you add that along with the fact that their defense is legitimately going to be a top 12, top 10 unit. Yeah, I would take the Patriots.
I don't know that if it's a guarantee they're like top 10, top 12.
I think
they can't be for sure.
They have a better chance of getting there than Miami does.
Oh yeah, definitely. But like we've seen Miami have like a top flight offense, and that's possible again if they're healthy and if the O-line is good, if James Daniels is good post injury, and if Savanea is good, they could return to being a top flight offense. That's possible.
Yeah, you can go 9-8.
Not even, but that's likely. I think if those linemen are good, I would bet that the Dolphins are a great offense once again.
You can go 9-8. That's what I'm saying. But I also think that may be third, or it's either 9-8 or 8-9. Like,
do you want to bet on the youth? You can be the deciding factor. Should we bet on the youth of the Patriots, or should we bet on the average floor of the Dolphins? Obviously, they're a lower ceiling team.
Naturally, I think I would prefer to go with the average floor of the Dolphins, but I would not be surprised if Drake May and Stephon Diggs and all the other guys that we mentioned,
Kyle Williams,
go ahead, and that running back out of Ohio, I forget his name,
Trayvon Henderson
too, goes ahead and took another step. I want to do that, but I'd rather feel safer. No, fuck that. Actually, no, I'm going with the Patriots.
All right, Patriots are going to 2.
Yeah, I want the Patriots to 2.
I don't feel passionately enough to keep arguing about it. I think it's fair. I also see the ceiling of the Patriots. I'm just wary to. We've seen this story. The Bears last year, and stuff like that, where it's real easy for these young teams to assume they'll get better. It's not always so linear, especially in the first year of a coaching staff. I believe in Vrabel, but I think first year coaching staffs especially take time to figure out who are going to be the guys. Is Pop Douglas going to be your main go-to guy? Is Kyle Williams going to earn a role? Are we going to put Will Campbell at left tackle forever? Is he playing good there? Like, there's a lot of moving parts there that go into these things that I don't feel like it's a guarantee that we get on the floor running right away.
Yeah. Very, very intrigued for your NFC North placements.
I feel so unconfident about that division completely. That is the hardest division I can imagine right now. Let's do NFC North now. Let's do the other hardest one.
That is such a loaded ass conference, man. It's so many different parts considering the head coaching change from the top, the fucking rookie quarterback expectations, and how much can you expect out of him? Green Bay and all the shit that's been going on and waiting for Jordan Love to explode and all those weapons that they have too.
Okay, so let's start at first place. Do we feel like the Lions, being the best roster here, are still first place worthy post-season coordinators? Or do we feel like the Vikings, with their rookie quarterback, but also loaded roster, especially offensively, can jump them? Or is there a Jordan Love believer out here that feels like the Packers have it in them to jump to the first place? All of which could happen, but
so crazy.
My gut is to just lean Lions and say the best players are going to be the best players. And I think the question mark of JJ McCarthy is a bigger question mark than how can we replace the best offensive mind.
Okay, so
just because they're hiring from within, that I feel like they can probably do an approximation.
Here is how I'm currently feeling. I'm very drunk. Very drunk.
What?
On Packers hype.
I was about to say it's 11:30. Get it together, man.
I'm very drunk on Packers hype. And as I've been thinking about it, I'm like, yo, I think Green Bay might win this division. However, if we're power ranking them, like, I still have to see something from Green Bay.
Yeah. I'm with you though. I see the ceiling you're seeing.
Like, I really, the Jordan Love injury pisses me off already. It's a thumb injury to his non-throwing hand. It's gonna be okay. He should be good for week 1, but obviously, you just never want to see the quarterback getting hurt in any way.
I know what it is with him.
That's annoying, but
he's a Matthew Golden girly. That's what it is.
Not even. I'm not even like as high. I don't think throughout this entire process I've been like super high on Matthew Golden. I just think that like I like Matt LaFleur a lot, and I think
that's the hard part, because I also like Kevin O'Connell a lot. And I also like Ben Johnson a lot. And I also respect the hell out of Dan Campbell a lot. Like, this is if Ben Johnson proves to be a good head coach and can translate those skills to being the man, which isn't a guarantee, but if that is the case, this could be one of the best coach divisions in the NFL. So I don't know, like, what to do with that when you look at, like, the advantage of a play caller and the advantage of a head coach from a culture setter, when they all have that advantage.
Okay, so again, I would like to go Green Bay at 1, but they do have to. but they have to show me something. So right now, if we went Detroit at 1, I wouldn't be upset.
I feel like that's the safest pick. And like, when all three of these teams have the ceiling of winning the division, I feel like we just go towards the chalk one when we don't know what to feel about JJ McCarthy. I think for the Packers, we can assume Jordan Love's better if he has a healthy season than he did last year. That's fair. Their offensive line is good. Their weapons are improved. The only thing is their defense is was really good last year in the same way the Chargers was, where it's all about coaching and they were a incredibly put together, well-disciplined group top to bottom, but the defensive talent isn't so dominant that I feel like year over year it's going to rank top 5, top 10, no matter what. And I feel like the Vikings and the Lions especially should have a better defense if they're healthy. So I lean Lions first as a cop-out, easy choice. That's probably the most likely option at first, but not second place. Do you want to go Jordan Love betting on his ascension?
Yes.
Or the Vikings, if JJ McCarthy is at least solid and good enough, if he can be their Brock Purdy, Brock Purdy's gotten better, but when he was young, he was good enough, could execute the offense, didn't make a ton of mistakes. This team could have a similar ceiling to those 49ers teams. They have that level of talent around him, that much defensive juice with that defensive play caller. And I don't feel like it's crazy to assume JJ McCarthy can be good enough when the floor raising talent around him is so good.
I'm not going with the Vikings second. This is very much for me. Again, this is Packers territory. I think the Packers, like Jordan Love, even without like a major ascension, is still one of, if not the best quarterback in this division. And I think that with the way that LaFleur is able to scheme up so many things, having another body in Golden, even if he isn't like, I'm going to change your life, having another body and another receiver who can actually go out and do some stuff is going to be key for them. They went since Love has taken over, 9-8, 11-6. They've slowly been climbing their way up. Jordan Love was hurt for a majority of last year. I think 12-5 is on the table for them, obviously, and I think 12-5 might get the division. And so I feel very, very comfortable about what they already have in place, as opposed to what the Bears are trying to build and what the Vikings have to retool around.
You're overestimating the retooling necessary, though. I think I'm not even like disagreeing about that 12-win ceiling or 12-win prediction as like not even a ceiling, but like what they do.
I'm overestimating the Vikings retooling.
You're underestimating the Vikings and what they have in place. Sam Darnold, first of all, had a great year. Shout out Sam Darnold. The deep passing accuracy was really good. Good connection with Jefferson. Good connection in that vertical passing scheme was good enough. Had a great statistical year. Sam Darnold was also not that good, all things considered. Is not great. KOC made him great, I think. And maybe he proves me wrong and he does well in Seattle too. Maybe I'm downplaying Sam Darnold, but I kind of feel okay downplaying Sam Darnold with this much other strengths around him.
Mm-hmm.
I feel fine downplaying Sam Darnold to some extent. Even if JJ McCarthy is mid, which I think is a fair way to describe Sam Darnold, their offensive line wasn't that great last year on the interior. They didn't have a lot of juice to run the ball and establish the offense and really control the line of scrimmage. And they signed the best left guard in the free agency class, and they signed a great center good center. Maybe we'll see how much years he still has in him. So they got better on the interior. They signed a really good running back who I think is underrated in Jordan Mason. I think the rushing game overall will be even better than it was last year. They still have one of the better receiving groups in the league. Defensively, obviously they have one of the best defensive play callers, but the defensive line talent was a little iffy. What they do, they signed 2 great interior defensive linemen in Hargraves and Allen. I think overall they were a great roster last year that maximized a mediocre quarterback, and now they're an even better offense this year that could once again maximize a mediocre quarterback. I don't feel any reason to believe in a drop-off unless you think that JJ McCarthy is going to be bad. And obviously it's a question mark. You can be optimistic, you can be pessimistic. It can go either way when he's such an unknown. But I feel good about KOC making that unknown be towards the higher end. Because top to bottom, their roster is much better than the Packers.
How do you feel? Because I feel like, yes, they did have Sam Darnold, but also now at the quote unquote most important position in the game, right? At that, you are now coming in with a rookie quarterback who's coming off of a year-long knee injury from last year, and you are putting that into it. Even if JJ McCarthy was healthy and he was like a true rookie, we would still have questions about, okay, let's see what KOC does. I think right now, JJ McCarthy is as big of a question as there is in the entire league.
For sure.
And so I don't know how you feel about it, because I'm not super high on it.
Which I would understand what you're saying if KOC was like some blank slate. But I think after what he did with Sam Darnold last year, he deserves benefit of the doubt that he can do it again.
Yeah, and I don't know, maybe this is just, again, we talked about it a couple weeks ago or 2 weeks ago when preseason first started, and maybe it's preseason getting to me. But I have no reason to sit down and genuinely question if he can't be serviceable or not, or decent at all. You know, there's nothing that I see from preseason through the actual game tape and footage to warrant me to be like, oh yeah, like, I don't feel confident in this guy at all, and these guys might be cooked.
Yeah, like I have no reason to think JJ McCarthy sucks. Just as much I have no reason to think that he's terrible. I think it's much more likely that he's average and average with Kevin O'Connell, average with the best receiver in the NFL, average with an improved offense, average with a pretty good running back duo, average with the best defensive coordinator in the NFL, I think, on the other side. Actually, maybe not best. One of the better ones in respect to the Chiefs, and Brian Flores, one of the most innovative minds that also got a talent injection. I have all the reason to believe that there's plenty of ways that it can go completely fine for McCarthy.
Yeah, I think he has, when it comes to thinking about second-year players, rookies, or whatever case you want to put it, who has like the best stuff around them to mask all of their potential issues and all that. I think JJ McCarthy has easily the best group and core around him. So It's not more so about him. It's more so about like how good the Vikings are totally.
And the defense. Defense is a really deciding factor to me. That if you think Jordan Love's offense can be just as great, I buy that. Because Matt LaFleur, everything I'm saying about KOC, Matt LaFleur is also a fucking genius. Mm-hmm. But I think the defensive gap is meaningful to me for the Vikings.
So you have the Vikings at 2?
Yeah, without a doubt. I was thinking should the Vikings be 1. I was thinking should the Vikings be 1. Like, that's the conversation.
Hell no.
You say hell no. They won 14 games with Sam Darnold.
It's not that I think one in this overall exercise, I don't think it's right for us to put the team with the biggest quarterback question at 1.
That's which why I didn't. I agree. That was the deciding factor.
And so there's that.
I agree.
And 2, I've been outvoted. 3, I do think that especially when we were talking about like the AFC East, the reason why we were struggling, it was because like the Dolphins have this floor that we all believe in. The floor for the Packers is high. Like it's their floor. I think that their floor is higher than the Vikings floor this season.
I think that's outrageous in terms of like, so when you say floor, obviously like, there's, I guess what you're saying is whether it be best or worst case scenario, where to slide in that scale. And I think a floor is decided by the play callers, the talent level and all that. The talent level of the Vikings roster top to bottom outside of JJ McCarthy, which is obviously the question mark that we're hung up on, is incredible. Like this is a loaded roster. Like that's the definition of a high floor. And I'm with you that the Packers also have a high floor, but you're comparing them to the Vikings, whose floor is crazy outside the quarterback, which again, you can say is the big enough question mark, but we've outlined all the reasons why we're willing to put some benefit of the doubt there. The floor of everything else, like everything else in the roster, both trenches, both skill positions, the pass rush, the running game, like it is an insane floor. I'm
logging in right now. I'm putting in a bet for the Packers to win the North.
Do it.
Yeah, man. I just trust them. I like them more than I like the Vikings, and I think that like
it is a worthy debate. You're not crazy for it.
Yeah, I would take them. I would take them over Minnesota. If I'm being optimistic, I would take them over Detroit too. But obviously, like Detroit, they're so solid. What they've built at this point, it deserves to be respected. Yeah. So like they'll go 1.
We didn't talk about the Bears at all because we're throwing the Bears 4th just because so many unknowns.
I'm tired.
First time head coach, rookie quarterback coming into the second year. That is a question mark. Has obviously a high ceiling, but we got to figure it out still. The weapons are question marks. We'll see who can make a jump, who can take the roles. There's a world where they're not 4th place, clearly. Like this could be a good team if Ben Johnson is a great coach and is one of the better offensive minds in another talented place and makes the most of Caleb. We just got to put them there because the other teams have so much safer floors.
If they aren't 4th place, something has gone terribly wrong with the Vikings or the Packers, or hell, maybe even the Lions.
Yeah, maybe.
Terribly wrong.
Also, maybe something can go terribly right for the Bears, though. Like, they have a high ceiling. It's just way too many question marks to bank on. But, like, simply put, if Caleb is good and if Ben Johnson has a good connection with him and they execute that offense and he has, the chops to be a leader of men and, like, the head coaching stuff works, they're also talented as fuck. They also have Dennis Allen at DC, who's a great defensive coordinator back in his right role. They have great defensive talent in the secondary. This could be a very, very good team. This division could go in literally any order.
Where would you rank the defenses of this group right here?
I think the Lions are hard because they lost Aaron Glenn, but they hired from within. So I think it'll be largely similar. And I want to say Vikings will be the best defense.
Vikings will be best defense. And would that put Green Bay at 2?
No, Green Bay's 4th to me, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Green Bay's the 4th defense. Oh, good defense though, so no disregard to them. But the Bears versus Lions for 2 could be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, I would say, flip flip 1 and 2, and then flip 3 and 4, and that's probably your list in terms of like Vikings, Lions, Bears, Packers.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
do you hear how crazy that sounds? That we think the Bears might be the second best
Yeah.
defense in this division, and they also have what might be the best offensive mind in this division and a number 1 pick quarterback. That's a question mark, obviously, but like that ceiling is kind of crazy when you put it out that way. And the improved offensive line is probably a top 10 offensive line, best left guard in the game.
Show me something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's all on Caleb's shoulders.
Yeah, and Ben Johnson together, that tandem. But like, man, that ceiling's crazy. What we just outlined. Like, if that is a top 12 defense in the NFL, and if Ben Johnson is who we think he is,
What could be the ceiling for the Bears this upcoming year with all that said?
playoffs. That's possible. I mean, wild card.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
I don't know. It's hard because
they can get there. They can get
so
there.
like either Caleb stinks and isn't ready, and they're not worthy. But if he's good and plays at like what you'd expect from the number 1 pick coming into it and with a good situation, is there even a ceiling? Because if Ben Johnson has a great quarterback that is great, like we thought he'd be, and they have great weapons and a great defense, like there's really not a ceiling there.
That
other
could be
than,
the number 1 team in the division.
other than we haven't seen it, so we're not gonna bet
Yeah.
on that. Like, but like ceiling, like it's either Caleb's good or he's not. So it's hard to
Yeah.
say. Like if Caleb is great and has a like as good as CJ Stroud was his rookie year, which is a high bar. But you know, like if he's great, like I don't know what to say the ceiling is. Like they could be anything.
Okay.
I'm not predicting it because that's a big stretch. But
Yeah.
like just talking ceilings, I don't know.
You're so high on the Bears. It's
I put them fourth.
You can hear it in the intonation of your voice.
Yeah.
You like them a lot.
I don't. Why would you not like Caleb Johnson? I mean, Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson together. Like
Stake on them.
I know. That's but like how like that is like again we're just talking ceiling. Like how could you not like that? How could that not pique your interest?
You
Noticing
love
that.
You love them. Yeah, I'm noticing.
AFC North
All right, so Ravens should be 1
without
Easy.
a doubt.
No conversation.
They might have less competition than the AFC East teams do to catch up with the
Oh,
Bills.
yeah. Browns are gonna be 4.
Without a doubt.
But listen, put your watch it to the sky, everybody. It's time. It was only a matter of time.
Oh man, we're clinging on to any small victories. If he has actual regular season moments and wins games, dude, Twitter's gonna explode.
Yeah.
The reaction to one solid preseason game, not to say it's undeserved or anything,
Yeah.
but just the fanfare around him is something like I haven't seen in a long time.
Really?
If he wins 2
Yeah.
regular season games, I can't wait to see Twitter.
He's gonna be put in honestly one of the best positions because they're gonna start the season with Flacco or Pickett.
Mhm.
Obviously, there's no way in hell that they end the season with Flacco or Pickett. Shador's gonna come in the second half of the season when it's lost, and so the wins don't really matter.
Yeah.
Right.
Go
And
get
if-
buckets.
I don't know, man.
Exactly. Go get buckets. If you do win a game, hey, we're going into next year.
Yeah.
Oh, Shador year 2, he proved everybody wrong. He's
I don't
on
know, man.
he's
I-
on track.
I almost feel like Joe Flacco is in even better position because he already knows like this is a cooked product.
I mean, yeah.
Ain't no real expectations.
that check
You're
is
like-
clear.
Yeah, that's what
You're
you're clear.
soft launching your retirement. Basically, you're just waiting for
Yeah.
things to unfold, unravel.
Let
bro.
it be known, Joe Flacco has the best job in sports right now. He has to have a
Exactly.
pressure-free quarterback job where he just gets paid a couple million to go out there and be regular.
Well, I mean, being regular, he gonna get his ass whooped. he's gonna get beat.
Yeah.
But it is like
First of all, Joe Flacco's not taking hits. He's going down before he gets tackled. He'll be fine.
Shit, if
He's
I'm-
not rushing. He's not scrambling.
but this is the second worst quarterback situation in the entire league.
Oh yeah, there's no conversation. They're fourth on this
Yeah.
division.
So yeah, the Browns are 4.
So I guess the real question is, how strongly are you guys feeling about probably the most irritating front office in the NFL?
Yep.
But also on the other side of things, the most like one of the 3-4 most tantalizing offenses too in the
Can I overreact to preseason?
Go ahead.
Oh, we know you will.
Listen, man, the Bengals was getting they was getting destroyed by R2s. Like the Eagles backup offense was running all over them and they could not stop them. And obviously, if something good happens in preseason, we're gonna latch onto it. If something bad happens and it like confirms everything that we were thinking in the offseason, we're gonna latch onto it. That was also like genuinely scary though, that you could not do anything against Tanner. Tanner McKee had a good night. He was awesome. And you couldn't stop him or Will Shipley or Johnny, like all of these guys. And so, like Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, they went out on the other side. They did exactly what you thought. Like the first preseason game for the Bengals is really how the entire season is going to go. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, they went out, had 2 touchdowns. They went up 14-0. And the defense on the other side gave up points at the same time. Like it's going to be very, very scary. And however, I still think 2.
Whew.
I
hate Aaron Rodgers so much.
I still think 2.
You hate Aaron Rodgers with all your heart.
It's not. It's obviously like it's part of that. But like I said last week, right now the point differential for the Steelers in the last 4 years, 33, -20, -38, -55. They are consistently not playing great football. They are consistently not outscoring their opponents on a season wide basis. I feel like it is very hard for me to go year in and year out and look at the Steelers and say like, yes, they are going to once again scratch and claw their way to 9-8. And after all these years, like Mike Tomlin, it's never going to happen. This team is always going to be there. I can very well see a scenario where they aren't, like, just as a defense, as an entire offense, where they don't put everything together and they end up 8-9 and the streak is broken.
I'm not even like disagreeing with that being a possibility, but it's like equally a possibility for the Bengals. Is Trey Hendrickson going to play? Is he going to be on? Is he going to suit up week 1? Is he going to end his holdout and just lose? Or is he going to hold a grudge and go into the season and just say, I'm not going to play this year? Like, I don't know what his MO is. Like, I genuinely do not know if he'll be there or not. And it makes a gigantic difference for a team with this lack of defensive talent. And listen, we can put our faith in the defensive coordinator change. We can put our faith in Shamar Stewart, in Demetrius Knight, and the young guys putting it together and making this defense go from bottom 5 to pesky 19th best defense that can be good enough with Joe Burrow leading the charge on the other end. That's very possible. I think it's exclusively possible if Trey Hendrickson is there and fully at his best with enough training camp underneath him to be in, because he also has to learn a new defensive coordinator, which is probably overlooked in this. Even if he comes back the game before week 1, he had no time with this on field with his new defensive coordinator, with this new scheme that I'm not sure what the differences are and how it'll be utilized because he hasn't been on the fucking field to know, but I'm sure there will be some marginal differences. He has to learn everything that is going on with this new defense around him, with this new young talent, how to make the most of it. And one has to be in shape, has to be at reps mentally on the field. Like, so much matters about training camp, even for veterans like him. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we'll get the best of him at this point. It might be impossible to get peak Hendrickson at this rate. So the Steelers defense will be good. That'll be their floor. They will have a good defense. Mm-hmm. They always will.
Yes.
And the Bengals offense will obviously be great. So an even better floor. It will not just be good. It'll be great. It'll be some version of top 8 to 10 at the worst case scenario. Could be top 3 at the best case scenario. Could be top 1 at the best case scenario if the running game is electric.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's honestly the biggest swing factor for me. A couple weeks ago, we talked about, I think you specifically, Dominic, were like, yo, if the Bengals are going to reach a certain level of excellence in the NFL, they need to be like a top 5, 6, or I think you said a top 4 offense. And last year they were middling around like 5 or 6. And I think that's their running back game specifically with Chase Brown.
Yeah,
will probably be a humongous determining factor, considering I looked into it, I think yesterday. He had a really, really good back half of the year.
Yep.
And if that's like another edge, another bump that they boost that they get to their offense, maybe they can go ahead and squeeze out a couple wins.
I think so. Like they went 9-8 last year with one of the worst defenses in the league, and they were offensively 6th in points scored, top 10 in yards on defense for both of those in terms of points allowed and yards allowed, 25th and 25th. And so even if you're like 25th or 28th, whatever, they are not good. We know that, and they still had a winning record. Mm-hmm. When I'm looking at the Bengals, I'm factoring in everything that they did last year, and I'm making literally one change. And maybe it's too big of an ask, but this year, instead of starting 0-1, can we start 1-0?
Yeah, they cannot
right? Instead of starting 0-2, can we start 1-1? Mm-hmm. And like if they are not fighting from behind the entire season and are going back and forth, this team can get to 10 wins. Mm-hmm. They can get to 10-7. They can be the second team in the NFC, in the AFC North, because the Steelers last year 10-7 got to second in the AFC North. The Bengals have a path to it. Is it extremely volatile? Is it extremely frustrating? Are you going to look at them and say, yeah, they can win the Super Bowl? Absolutely not. And then yes to the first 2 questions. But the path is there, and it's a very simple plan.
I got a question.
These teams suck, man. We can go Bengals,
so
I guess.
Their first game, they're going against the Browns.
Win.
Week 2, Jacksonville.
Win.
Well,
Mm.
not a guarantee.
And I guess the week 3, Vikings. Probably a loss.
2-1.
I don't know if I'm guaranteeing they're going to beat the Jags.
2
Without Trey
2-1.
Hendrickson, I don't know if I'm guaranteeing that.
Yeah, and then after that,
Yeah,
things
let's
are really
let's
murky.
believe in Jacksonville.
Let's believe in the Bengals. Like this. Ugh. And we
Yeah.
can go. We can edge towards a team with the better offense. Hope their offensive line is improved with Dylan Fairchild. Hope Mims makes another jump and the run blocking is better.
Mhm.
And like you said, Chase Brown can be a bigger part of the offense in year 2, or is he year 3 technically from? I forget what draft class he was. But yeah, we can hope that the running game is better. We can hope that offense.
He was drafted in 23.
Okay, we can hope a defensive coordinator change can make the most of young talent. Demetrius Knight can help the running game. Trey Henderson, let's assume he comes back at some point. We can go towards the Bengals barely, but this to me will be 9 wins versus 8 wins. Like it's so close that this will probably in reality come down to like who's healthy.
Yeah.
Like they are so close to me in the worst ways.
That's just the entirety of the NFL season.
Yeah, but especially with
healthy.
these two mediocre ass teams
Yeah.
that I feel no reason to buy stock in, but obviously have their floors on the respective side of the balls that you can't really say they're gonna like completely fall apart if their stars are healthy. But man, nasty combo.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move over to what is one of the harder divisions, probably like the third hardest after the two we've already done. The NFC West. This is difficult because there's no clear number 1.
It's
And you know
not-
what else is crazy? There's no clear number 2. There's no clear number 3. And there's no clear number 4.
This is correct.
Do
This
you
is
have an
correct.
opinion on who's going to win?
Wow.
Who will win this division? Because I do not fucking know, and I don't know where to go. Because every single one of these teams was flawed. First, it was the Rams to me pretty easily. Now Matthew Stafford is
Exactly.
dead. Nobody knows where he's been. Nobody's seen him in weeks. He's on the Queen timing, where everyone's like, "Does he secretly get hit by a car? Like, does he exist anymore? Is he a figment of our imagination? We haven't seen him on the field in forever. Does his back work? Can he walk? I don't know what to feel about him. That muddies it up. 49ers, who knows what to feel about their health situation?
Okay. My ranking right now of how I see the NFC West. I have the Niners 1. I have
Mm.
this is very hard. But I have the Niners 1. I have the Seahawks at 3. I have the Cardinals at 2. I have the Rams at 4.
Okay, so is that on the assumption Stafford isn't available?
Yes.
Can we assume that is the hard part?
I think on the assumption that Stafford, even if he is available, I think very clearly like it's not going to be the version of Matthew Stafford that people want to put into the Hall of Fame. It's going to be some type of diminished version of him. We talked about it last week. Their offense wasn't as great as everybody thought it was last year, and obviously like you're putting Devontae Adams in there, but it's still kind of an issue in terms of they have to show that they can be consistently explosive and consistently like can execute and actually put points on the board. So I think that coupled with the injury stuff for Stafford, I am very, very low. I've been trying to parse my way through like me not really liking Sam Darnold, but like, you know, trying to give him a little bit of credit. And like, it would have been very easy for me to just be like, yeah, the Seahawks have Sam Darnold. They're going to 4. And I don't really want to do that because I also think that they're going to have one of the best defenses in the league too.
You know what's hard? That's true, and it'd be very easy to say that, and it would be like lazy, not paying enough mind. It could also just be fucking true.
Yeah,
And like
they have the worst quarterback in the division.
Well, yeah, we'll see with the Kyler situation.
I think that's fair.
It is fair, but like I'm also scared of Kyler Murray being like the thing holding back the Cardinals. So the Seahawks could have a top 5 defense. That's within the realm. I think it's probably possible. Probably likely, I should say. I think the Cardinals have a top 10 defense. I strongly believe in their defense this year. And offensively, they have more continuity. I guess the better quarterback. Weapons, yeah, a little bit better. They have Trey McBride. They have James Conner. A little bit better weapons. But man, the Petzing plus Kyler Murray combination scares me as a ceiling limiter. If it doesn't get better in year 2, those two can't get more out of Marvin Harrison. If Marvin Harrison can get more out of Marvin Harrison, to put some blame on him too, out of fairness. I love their defense. I love everything Gannon's doing. I love the talent injection on the defensive line. It's completely revamped. I love Will Johnson. They could have a strong secondary now with him, Budda Baker, Williams. Like that could be truly elite secondary with a good defensive line. I think the floor of the Cardinals is pretty goddamn high. I just don't know if I can believe in the most important players on offense to give them the ceiling.
And that's why
they feel like 3. With that being said,
But that feels wrong to me. Like they're a good roster.
yeah,
But these are all good rosters.
yeah.
Okay, so 49ers, I hadn't spent too much time considering them. For one, I'm just so scared of the talent depletion, of how many guys they lost. Their offensive line, the names don't jump out to you. The secondary, the names don't jump out to you. Pretty important scenarios and pretty important position groups to be good at. And what the fuck do we think about CMC going into this year? Like, can we bet on his health?
No, not
Ayuk's
not,
not gonna be until week 6, apparently.
not at all. You can't bet on either one of those. Brock has been showing me some stuff over the last year where I feel much differently about Brock Purdy than I did when he first came into the league. I actually really like Brock Purdy. Nice guy. Stand up individual. And having Brock Purdy there, obviously having Shanahan there, George Kittle is
Ultimate floor setter in Shanahan.
right. Like that's going to be there. Robert Saleh on we've been saying a lot, guys who were great DCs, then go on to be head coaches, and then come back and get hired and are DCs again.
Mm.
It's a good track record.
It's awesome, and so I think having that's going to raise their floor defensively, even with all of the new talent that they're bringing in.
Yeah, Michael Williams.
Yeah, with the draft. So I would have San Francisco first because of that. You still can't trust Kyler Murray to do everything. So but I do think that the Cardinals have done enough to where after week 1 I would feel very confident. And so everybody else, I'm still shaky about Sam Darnold. I feel very shaky about Matthew Stafford. Right now, I feel honestly the least shakiest about Kyler. And so that's why I would put the Cardinals at 2.
Okay.
Then the Seahawks. Then
What do we do with the fact that if Matthew Stafford plays and if he's fine, which I understand the concern there, but it's not impossible for him to be back by week 1 and be the professional he is, have the crazy high floor he has, and just be Matthew Stafford. It won't be his best year, I'm sure, but not crazy that he's not a problem, If that's the case, this team I think will win the division. So what do we do with that scenario being very in play?
You move them to 3, and
they're not. I'm not putting them 4. I can't put the Cardinals at 4. The ceiling is way too high.
No. You can put the Seahawks at 4 and then put the Rams at 3.
Okay, that's the dying question that I was waiting for, man. Honestly,
if you want to do that and just say hey, it seems unfair, but also if everybody is kind of healthy and halfway clicking, we feel the best about the other 3 guys and Sam Darnold. You're coming from what you were just talking about with the Vikings. And one of the best rosters and the best supporting cast and one of the best coaches and play callers in the KOC, you go from that to a situation where it's not as great as what you had in Minnesota. Is your floor still as high? Is your ceiling still as high? I don't think so. So we could put Seattle at 4.
But that feels so disrespectful to me.
Everything feels disrespectful to you at 4, yeah.
Do we just take the cop out and say Matthew Stafford won't play this year? Rams are 4.
How do you feel about I guess so. How do you feel about the Rams QB room with Garoppolo and what's that dude named? Stetson Bennett?
It'll be Garoppolo as a starter.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, Sean McVay is the best offensive mind in the NFL. He's better than Ben Johnson, better than LaFleur, better than all these other guys we're saying, better than Shanahan.
Mm-hmm.
So, if anybody is going to get the most out of Garoppolo, it's Sean McVay. That's not an offense that needs a Matthew Stafford to succeed. Early career Jared Goff, they have enough floor setting elements of their offense that I think Garoppolo can get by. They do have what I think could be the top 2, maybe best wide receiver duo in the NFL. If Devontae Adams still got it for 1 more year. Kyron Williams is a very serviceable running back, very good for a lot of people's eyes in that system. They have what should be a dominant defensive line at their end. That team could still be good without Stafford, but obviously they're not going to win the division without him.
If Jimmy Garoppolo is the quarterback of that team.
Remember what you said last year about Sam Darnold. It's possible for great offensive minds to make you think, to make mid quarterbacks you don't believe in be a little better.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo's mid. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is,
But you just said that about Sam Darnold last year too, which I shouldn't say. Everybody's going to be Sam Darnold now.
Yeah. Think about how rare it is to see a guy like Sam Darnold who, at bare minimum, the one thing that he does have going for him that he's always had is that in terms of physical makeup and arm talent and all that stuff, he's always had that, right? There's a reason why he was a high draft pick. Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't, and for a guy who is who's older than Sam Darnold, I'm not believing in Jimmy Garoppolo, and I refuse to talk myself into that situation. So if Stafford doesn't play this year or doesn't play a majority of the year, and Garoppolo is there, I'm not every game that I will tell you this, every game that Garoppolo starts, I will bet against the Rams. every game that he unless they're playing like the Browns or the Saints or something like that where it's like clear. If they are within 7 points of a team, I am betting against the Rams if Jimmy Garoppolo is starting. I don't feel great about that situation if it ends up being that. You know? And so if we want to say injury aside, we're just gonna think best case scenario for everybody, fine. We can put the Rams at 2, but I think that right now, like even the Niners, for a lot of what they showed last year with all the injuries, they still showed that they could be. There's still something there that you can build on. So I would have the Niners at 1.
I don't know what to do.
I think I feel better about putting the Rams at 2 for sure because it feels like they have a lot of good cushioning and padding to.
You know what? You're
go
right.
ahead and.
I bet Matthew Stafford will miss games. I bet he won't miss all the games.
Yeah.
So I bet they'll be held back from being number 1 because Stafford's injury. But I have no reason to believe he won't play this year. So I have no reason to believe the bottom will completely fall out. So I think 2 is probably fair.
All right.
Just baking in that it'll hurt them, it'll hold them back from hitting their ceiling, but there's enough, like they have the most stars on this team that you feel dominant about.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So then we go Arizona 3, Seattle 4.
Seattle fans, I'm sorry. You're gonna be mad at us, and I'm mad at me too. I don't feel good about this. I think this will completely come back and make us feel stupid as fuck for putting Seattle 4th.
Mm-hmm.
I think Clint Kubiak is the truth. And obviously we know Mike McDonald, that defense is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody has to be 4th, and all these teams are good.
So listen, Seattle, it wasn't me. I was trying to put the Rams at 4. We could do that.
But he's trying to put him at 3. Don't listen to him. Don't act like he isn't an enemy too.
No, my first one, I said the Rams at 4.
No, I'm saying you would have put the Seahawks at 3 in that scenario.
Oh yeah, I mean they're not gonna be at the top of the division. No, not that.
But they can be. I think it's one of those things that ad block. They can be at the top of the division, but everybody can. So if there's a scenario where we prove wrong and your team succeeds, I'm not mad at it.
Okay.
Damn. Okay, let's go to the NFC South.
All right, so the Bucs deserve to be 1.
Yep, Bucks year over year. There's question marks around replacing Liam Cohen. They prove an organization that can answer questions.
Yes,
doesn't matter. There's a clear gap.
This honestly feels one of the most like cut and dry ones.
Yeah, because I think to me the Buccaneers are clearly 1. The Panthers are clearly 2. The Falcons are clearly 3.
Oh,
and the
never mind.
I knew it wasn't going to be like this. I knew it was going to be like this.
Never mind.
You think the Panthers are clearly 2?
Clearly 2 to me.
Ooh,
I'm all in. I'm saying that facetiously. Obviously, like there's question marks still.
Yeah.
I feel good about the Panthers.
I feel good about them as well.
You felt the best about them.
That's shocking because you have not been speaking highly of that Tet moved you.
Motherfucker, have you heard me talk clearly about the Falcons all summer?
No, but I feel like that was more about process rather than like actually on.
No, I think they're fine.
On
The Falcons are a respectable team, but I've been saying all summer that I love the additions defensively that Carolina made, and I think they're going to go from being the worst defense in the league to being
average,
20th, being fine.
I didn't think that you were there. I feel like I really like.
Do you not remember how much I was banging on the Canales drum last year before the season started? I drafted Bryce in Dynasty. I drafted
and then
Deontay.
Yeah, and then Bryce got benched like twice, and you were like not really on it. And I feel like I was arguing for Bryce, and you were like, like we'll see.
Yeah,
Bryce is like I've seen enough that I feel that like in the second half of the year he should be good enough. I think, but I'm no longer like I believe in Bryce as like a great quarterback. I'm like wary of that. But I believe in Dave Canales as a great offensive mind. I think the Chuba Hubbard running game will be good. Both lines are better. If Bryce Young is what we saw in the second half of the year and he's good enough, and they add Tim McMillan so he doesn't have receivers dropping all his passes left and right, the offense will be as good as Dave Canales can make it, I think. And defensively, they were so bad and made so many talent additions that there's so much room to be grown and like value EPA add to be added with those additions that I don't know how it can't be them. Like, I'm going to say that. I do know how it can't be them because Bryce could suck and Michael Penix could be really good and maybe those edge rushers the Falcons drafted are great right away and that could happen. I'd much rather make the bet on Dave Canales and the fact that they put $1 billion into their defensive line talent to say we're not going to be the worst running defense in the NFL, and they drafted 2 promising young edge rushers. Like, I'd much rather buy into those bets.
Man, this is great. Yeah, put the Panthers at 2. I was getting ready to argue for the Falcons at 2 because I do feel like the Falcons though, they can run the ball on anybody, and with them and their offensive line and Drake London, who is set to we already like he had a breakout year, but in terms of taking that next leap, that's very much on the table. And he might just be quarterback proof, and he can just go out and ball. So when you have Drake London and Bijan and that offensive line, I mean they got to 9-8. Like it's a similar thing with the Bengals where you got to 9-8 and your defense had issues and they had major problems. And so now you went out and were very aggressive in terms of getting those edge rushers and trying to fix your defense. You really went out and made a concerted effort to address that.
And I will say, James Pierce looked amazing in preseason. Stats obviously whatever don't jump out at the eye, but I didn't.
I missed their game. Forgive me.
I did a specific deep dive into his singular plays and seeing how he's able to just move with finesse and have certain moves at this young age. He might be poised for a special season.
Yeah,
he might be poised for it.
I think him and Jalen Walker, both perfectly good prospects that I don't think negatively of per se. But I think when that's your only real talent injection on your pass rush, that was a problem last year that prevented you from really being able to compete with these top line defenses. I just don't want to bet on that in year one working out when those prospects are guys that weren't touted as day one ready to help contribute winning football. They need time to develop, especially Jalen Walker, where they got to figure out what his position is, figure out the right way to utilize him, whether it be off ball, whether it be on the edge. It'll be a creative combination of both, but that'll take time. James Pierce is raw. They have to spend time to develop him. I just have every NFL season, you have to improve and you have to find your weaknesses and find ways to get better. And that's their version of that. I don't find that to be a easy bet. Where at the Panthers, I think they got veterans that are great run stoppers right away. Brown will be healthy. I feel good about I think Nick Scorton will be the best of all these edge rushers in year one. I think he is a win now ready prospect as their second round pick at edge. I feel better about him having a better rookie year than James Pierce.
Wow. Okay, go ahead. Let's do it. I like that.
If there's going to be this year's Jared Verse, which Jared Verse is a high bar, but star rookie pass rusher that proves he's one of those guys, maybe not to the extent of Jared Verse because he was incredible. I think it's going to be Scorton.
Okay.
Over most of the first round guys. Obviously, Mike Green's nasty man ass could be there too because he fell out of the first round for behavior reasons. So he's also a candidate for that. But yeah, I think him and Scorton could be the surprise edge rushers.
Yeah. Okay.
Shout out to the Panthers. I like that.
Yeah. And shout out to Falcons. Obviously, they could be second place too, but both teams I think will be around the same range, and I feel better about Dave Canales.
Okay.
Makes sense.
And then the Saints are the Saints. You get no words today.
Shout out to Tyler Show.
AFC South.
All right, so the Texans are one very clearly, and it shouldn't. It should not be a discussion.
You know what's hard?
Please don't say it.
Every year in the NFL, there's a few division winners that change. And I'm not saying we should make our opinions based on history, but literally every year there's 3, maybe 4 division winners that change for different factors, and we're going very chalk at the top. And I'm not saying to say the Texans should be the one that doesn't win, but that it just doesn't happen that it goes to chalk,
We are. I think in the AFC though.
Well, the 49ers are one that would change from the previous year. But other than that,
listen. NFC South. Let's we could do something there.
But the Panthers are one. I'm not down the Bucs.
Wow.
I can't doubt the Bucs that much. The Bucs deserve enough benefit.
I think I'll say this, right? So I like the Panthers a lot, and I do think that for 2, the Panthers can get there. I think the Falcons are either going to be 1 or 3. I don't know if they're going to be right there. I think it's either really good for them and they win the NFC South, or things are just, we're the Atlanta Falcons. We're going to go 9-8, 8-9, whatever, and then you're kind of slotted at 3. But if there was a team that I think can jump up, and at least right now in the NFC, obviously I think the Niners can change who wins that division. I think the Falcons can do it.
The Vikings could also win the division previously.
So I honestly, and even in the NFC East, just because of the nature of that division, every single NFC team can be different in who wins the division.
I think the only way the Falcons could be number 1.
It happens all the time. It's been 20 years.
That is true. I feel like the only way the Falcons could be number 1 is if Michael Penix has a dog ass year.
Yeah.
And their pass defense is able to be decent, which is I guess a possibility because their head coach is a defensive minded type guy. But again, I feel like those things don't matter sometimes as well.
If James Pierce and Jalen Walker can be average defensive ends, or average edge rushers, which is not the high bar, but would be pretty. Rookies aren't always average for their position. So if they can be 80 overalls in Madden by the end of the year, and Michael Penix is really good. Like, yeah, they have that ceiling.
Yeah.
But okay, we can keep it. Listen, this power rankings, it's not accurate. If we did predictions, maybe there'd be less chalk picks for schedule reasons, but we'll keep it pushing. Texans are going to win the AFC South. Or should be one at least, I should say. That feels fair.
They're going to win.
Their defense will be great. Again, they have insane defensive talent, even just a top 3 with their 2 edge rushers and Stingley. Incredible. I expect a Stroud bounce back year. We'll see what their new offensive coordinator is like coming from the McVay tree. I think it's probably under talked about the weapons they drafted with Higgins and Noel, bringing them in there opposite superstar name. Why am I blanking? Nico. Yeah. So opposite Nico, having Higgins, if Higgins is good and having these 2 just massive fucking bodies out there with Noel in the middle, and then if Tank Dell comes back by the end of the year, which I don't even know what the timeline is on that, they could have an electric passing game. I think Joe Mixon potentially missing time is a problem, a big one maybe, but I don't see anybody that's at 2 that I feel like it has like a clear enough chance of jumping them that we should put them lower.
This is one of the biggest gaps. I think like them in the South and then the Bills in the East, and even the Bills in the East, like depending on how you feel about the Patriots, but the Texans in the South is, in my opinion, the biggest gap in terms of 1 and 2.
Who's at 2 for you? Who do you think is like most likely?
I'm saying whoever you want to put.
I know. But I'm saying I'm gonna open the door now. Who do you think should be 2? Jags.
Do you guys finally feel decent about the Jags? And that's only because of the situation
with Liam Cohen coming in.
Okay. Feel decent. No, I never feel decent with the Jags.
There's a rule in life. Never get too comfortable about the Jags.
You're not. Yeah, I don't feel great about it. But like the Titans, they still have a lot of issues that they have to work through. I'm damn sure I'm not putting the Colts at 2. Like it ends up by process of elimination being the Jags, and they have good play. Like Brian Thomas Jr. is awesome. Travis Hunter is going to be good, regardless of what side of the ball he plays on. And in Trevor Lawrence's defense, when he has been pretty healthy, and like it's looked solid, and it's looked better than what people are giving him credit for. Now he's another guy. Still have to come out, still have to show us something. But the Jags have something brewing to where they can beat 2.
Yeah, we talk about Trevor Lawrence through the lens of his disappointing factors and like what he doesn't do, but he's not a like below average quarterback. He's just perfectly average, which is disappointing from what was touted as being one of the best prospects in the last decade. But he's fine. If Liam Cohen is who we think he is and is a great offensive mind, that's a legitimate advantage as a play caller. Trevor Lawrence shouldn't be what sinks them. So I'm fine there. Whereas other teams in this division, or one other team, I should say, that is a question mark, whether or not your quarterback position will sink you. And I think Travis Hunter might just be that level of superstar right away that like changes the dynamic of your team and makes you respectable with a great coach, if he is a great coach, that is. That their passing offense will be good. I don't know about the rushing offense. We'll see who wins that job. It's a big competition right now. People don't know who's going to be the lead guy between Tank Bigsby, Travis Etienne, or Tutton. I don't know how to feel about the running game. And defensively, I don't think it'll be one of the worst in the league. But I also see no world in which we're one of the best in the league. So like, I feel like it'll just be fucking fine.
Yeah, we're not at this point. Like, we're not even talking about how you're stacking up against the rest of the league. It's you versus 3 other guys and 3 other teams who can't do anything. Yeah. So they can be the best of the worst in the conference.
Okay, I think we go here and then
Titans, Colts. Let's go Titans. Let's be nice to Cam Ward. Let's give Cam Ward some love, and just double down on in terms. So I would say bottom 3 quarterback situations in the league.
Yeah,
would be the Saints, the Browns, and the Colts. Having Anthony Richardson as your quarterback right now is not safe at all, and is the definition of, or is textbook to not being comfortable. And then your backup option is Daniel Jones.
Do you know how damning it is to have to see Daniel Jones minutes within the first 4 snaps of the game?
I'm not doing it.
And that's like your safe option. I mean, so honestly, it really could come down to whether Cam Ward or Anthony Richardson are stars this year. Like, if one of those guys makes a leap, which I'm throwing Anthony Richardson in there because he is still a young guy with a ceiling, but if he puts it together and has a strong second half of the season, like, that could propel them higher.
That ceiling is at his head. It's not like Cam Ward. It still has a 10-foot ceiling in the crib. Yeah. Anthony Richardson, it's very, very volatile. It's not great.
Yeah, whatever it may be. I think this will probably be decided on especially Cam Ward, can he have one of those seasons where you're like, oh, this guy came in and is immediately a franchise changer, which I don't think is unlikely.
Signs point semi towards that at least.
Yeah, the patterns are there for quarterbacks of his ilk. I think he is legitimately really good. I think he has good offensive talent. The O-line is revamped this summer. The weapons are fine. I like Calvin Ridley. Other than that, it's not exceptional.
He loved Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, shout out Calvin Ridley.
Him and Calvin Ridley were playing catch.
I don't know if their defense will be. I mean, there's a reason we're putting them third still. Even if you like their offense, their defensive talent outside of Jeffrey Simmons, like especially in the secondary, fucking fine. Again, it's all just fine in this division. It's a bunch of average secondaries and stuff. The Colts will have a better defense. I feel certain about. Don't know how to feel about their offense, obviously, but I do have a higher offensive ceiling, I think. If one of those quarterbacks is competent, they have one of the best running backs in the league. They have a deep wide receiver room. We'll see if A.D. Mitchell is good at all. We'll see if any of these guys outside of Josh Downs can prove to be good, but there's a lot of bites at the apple. Tyler Warren could be a game changer if he hits the ceiling. If the quarterback situation is passable. If Daniel Jones has a year in which he's fine, that team could clearly be better than the Titans. But I don't know if Daniel Jones is fine.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. When have we ever seen that?
So I'm fine just saying the quarterback room will be the worst, so we can default to that. But it might not be that simple, but it also might be that simple.
It's that simple.
It's probably that simple.
It's that simple.
But the Titans could suck. I think we're getting the benefit of the doubt because it's like, oh, sneaky team, they deserve more credit. They could suck again.
Oh, they're only winning 5 games. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not boosting them up to be like, yeah, they can go 9-8. They can sneak into. No, you guys are still going to be under 500. You will be drafting in the top 10 next year, but it's okay because it's going to feel better because everyone's not going to be making fun of your quarterback making the worst reads of all time.
But do the Colts have a 4-win floor? I don't really think they do.
They have so many weapons on that team. They don't feel like they
do. Their defense is going to be solid. They have defensive talent
already. Even if that sack that Anthony Richardson took in preseason, that guy, everybody
whose fault is it?
I don't even care whose fault it is.
It was Anthony Richardson's.
The only thing is that is indicative of everything that can possibly go wrong with Anthony Richardson. In that one, if you're looking at it and you're saying whose fault it is, and you say it's Anthony Richardson's, now we're talking about you are putting yourself in harm's way to take bad sacks and get injured because you are not seeing what needs to happen. So there's that. There's the processing element, and then there's also just the other fact of we talk about him, and it feels really weird because if you're building a player, most likely you're either gonna pick Josh Allen's body or Richardson's body. Like for him to be like 6'5", as big as he is, as athletic as he is, it's really weird that he also gets dinged up a lot. And he got hurt his rookie year. He's been hurt a lot, and so now we're going into this. Even if he was, even if he wins the starting job, I don't know if he's going to be there the entire year. And so then I know for a fact Daniel Jones will take snaps in the regular season for this team, and that's again a bad situation when you have to pencil in 3 to 4 games of Daniel Jones. So they're going to be bad.
All right, that's enough Colts discourse. I can't take any more Daniel Jones name drops. Last division, NFC East. Obviously, I think we still believe the Eagles will win the division.
Yes.
There's a stat that every year there's a new division winner. That is what it is. I feel fine. If there is a new division winner, it's because Jalen Hurts gets hurt, Saquon gets hurt, everybody else gets hurt, and worst case scenario, you can't account for that. In this exercise, they are clearly the best team. I don't care about history for this.
I agree.
I feel like we can say the Giants are clearly the 4th best team. The defensive line is fucking insane, I think. There's too many question marks offensively for me to put them any higher than 4, just because I feel pretty solid about the floor of the Commanders and the Cowboys.
The floor for the Commanders, it's higher than the Giants.
For sure is.
But it's also like, hey man, like y'all defense still needs to.
Yeah, but Jaden Daniels is special. Jaden Daniels is like, if he's healthy and has the requisite protection, and especially if Terry McLaurin's there, which is not a guarantee at this point. I don't think he's the type to miss that many games. I think he's the type to like come back eventually, So let's assume Terry McLaurin is there just for we have to. I think Jaden Daniels is that type of special talent that their offense is not going to fall apart unless they get insane injuries. And I think that a lot of things about the Giants offense can make them fall apart.
It's funny because with the other 3 teams, you have the Micah situation.
Yeah.
In Dallas, you have the Terry situation. and then you just have the Giants offense as a whole.
Yeah.
And
I forgot about Micah, man.
but to
Fuck.
start off, like to start the season off, can you pull up the Giants schedule? Where's the schedule look like? Because
Let's go
Russ,
ahead and do that
like
real
Russ
quick.
is gonna start early on, and I'm wondering if there's any like initial boost that they can get before it gets into like the inevitable
So
we're benching Russ aspect.
first game up, week 1, they're going against the
Washington.
Commanders. Week 2, Dallas, and week 3, Kansas City.
And then week 4, Chargers.
Yeah.
Okay, so therefore,
That sounds like 4
So
straight
they're
whopping
4.
L's.
They can win one of those division games up top. But yeah, I don't think they're beating either AFC West teams.
maybe, but they like I think out of those two, I think that they would win week 1.
The division
think-
games are both on the road, and the AFC West teams are both at home. So the Chiefs are coming to them, Chargers are coming to them.
The Chiefs going to them doesn't matter to me. The Chargers, like maybe.
You
but,
never
like,
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, we're going Giants at 4. That's
Yeah.
going to lead to that. Their defense could be game changing, and if Jackson Dart is a surprise Bo Nix this year, kind of prospect that everyone kind of overlooks is like they drafted him, what? And he comes out, he's good,
Yeah.
or like passable. This could change. They can move up. That could skyrocket a little bit. Malik Neighbors is that good. If Scatterboo is also good, and they have like a dynamic 1-2 punch in the running back game, they could get to 2 or 3, maybe. But I gotta squint real hard
2
to
or 3.
get there.
Wins?
No, third place.
Okay, I was like, 2 or
Yeah,
3.
I was like, whoa, you
No.
hate them.
No,
That's
second or
crazy.
third place.
Okay.
Like, if I squint real hard and give faith to Jackson Dart, which I have no reason to do as a
Yeah.
rookie, I can squint real hard and say there's a world they're not 4th. So it's not like a Saints or a Browns where locking in their 4th place no matter what.
Yeah.
But I feel fine about that.
Okay.
Cowboys versus Commanders. Which holdout do we feel like is more serious? Because both teams are flawed. Both teams have incredibly strong quarterbacks, top 10 quarterbacks. Dak haters, fuck you. Top 10 quarterbacks. They both have flawed rosters around those guys, and both have one of their best players not currently with the team.
I would say
The Dallas Cowboys situation is more dire for sure.
Parsons is a bigger deal than Terry McLaurin is. So
Yeah.
there's that.
it is. But I'm gonna say that Terry for this season is more dire. Just because we saw Micah play last year and the defense was still trash.
Mm.
Whereas with Washington, Jaden Danielson, one of his best attributes is throwing the ball deep, and we saw that connection with Terry. And the biggest thing, honestly, for Terry is in terms of like yardage last year, it wasn't really different than what he normally does. We were talking about the Madden ratings and how Terry McLaurin's like a 94 overall, and you go back and you look at his finishing stats from last year.
1,000 yards.
1,000 yards, 1,100 yards, which is obviously still really good, but it's not the 13, 14, 1,500 that you would
A
think.
lot of touchdowns, though.
Yeah, from a top thing. That's the key, is that they are connecting on scoring plays, and you were actually able to be explosive and do all of that. If Terry McLaurin is not there, I don't know where the vertical explosiveness comes for the Commanders, because like Zach Ertz is still great, not a crazy vertical threat like that. Debo now slots into your wide receiver one.
Yikes.
That's not happening.
Yeah.
I'm very curious.
But I will say, if Micah Parsons misses the first 3 games of the season as part of his holdout, I can assure you that will be one of the 2 worst defenses in the NFL for those 3 games. Trayvon Diggs is also out for those first few games.
Yeah.
If they don't have their star corner and the best pass rusher, maybe in the NFL, or at least in the NFC for sure, and have you seen their front 7 talent outside of that? That will be a unwinnable defense without Micah Parsons.
Even with Micah, they might go 1-2. Like their first 3 games is Eagles, Giants, Bears.
They won't win a game without Micah in the first 3 games.
Won't win a game.
I mean, nothing's impossible, but nothing.
They can. I mean,
and of course, you can win a game. I don't know what their schedule is. I will be shocked if they win games without Micah Parsons this year. Their front 7 is that garbage, and with their cornerback room being banged up, I will be very shocked if they can win without Micah.
I just think that like they were trash last year.
Never mind. In week 2, they play the Giants. That is not true.
that's what I'm saying. They played their first 3 games: Eagles, Giants.
But also,
Bears.
I threw first 3 games out there as like just whatever. I don't know if that's even would Micah miss more games, less games. I don't know. I threw that out there as like just a number.
First quarter of the season, right? First 4 games, whatever. The 4th game, who was it?
Packers. They go Eagles,
Yeah.
Giants, Chicago, Packers. It's their first 4. They would go 1-3 without Micah.
And my argument is, they might go 1-3 with Micah.
What argument is that for? Like, are you saying they should be 3rd then? Like, if there are people
1-3 with Micah?
I no longer know what you're arguing.
Yes.
I forget.
And
I forget this is what we're talking about.
Yeah, like
the
you're
Cowboys.
like,
it doesn't matter.
I don't know what
no,
the point
I mean
of
because
this.
we're trying to parse through 2 and 3, and I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I think Dallas, like, obviously both of them are in very similar situations in terms of having star players on holdouts / hold-ins, and which one is going to impact the team more, especially early on. I'm telling you, I think that the Cowboys, with or without Micah Parsons, it is very real that they start 1 and 3 and are in a spiral before we even get to Thanksgiving. So I think that the Cowboys can be 3, and I think that the Commanders, if both of them get resolved, they get the biggest boost out of the situations getting resolved.
I don't think that's the right way to view it with the holdouts, but I also don't think it's crazy. I think the Commanders probably are too. But I think that's a weird way to do it with the holdouts of like who gets the bigger boost being back to their baseline level. That's like the wrong way to view it, I think. So let's just assume both players don't miss time and they both end their holdouts the day before the season starts. Then who's better? And you lean Commanders.
Yes.
Okay, you think Commanders win no matter what?
Yeah, that's probably the better way to phrase it. Just like let's put the holdouts aside. Who is a better roster? Who do you feel better about their strengths and weaknesses? The Cowboys will not have a good running game. I can almost assure you. They also will not have a good running defense. I can almost assure you. I don't feel like the Commanders' weaknesses are quite as pronounced as not being able to be the better team on one important asset, such as the run game on both sides. I don't think the defensive talent is stupendous or anything, but I think their floor is higher on both ends.
Okay, then that makes sense to put the Commanders at number 2. But I do understand what you're saying when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. You just don't feel good about them at all. You don't give a fuck about the offensive upgrade. You don't give a fuck about Dak Prescott coming in and coming back. You don't care about nothing.
No, I think that first 4 games is just hard. Like if we actually start like doing the deep dive and start looking at schedules and start saying like, okay, what sections of the schedules are hard and who do you play and when and all that stuff.
The next group of the schedule seems favorable though. The Dallas Cowboys. After New York, they go in and face Chicago, Green Bay, Carolina. Actually, never mind.
But you see, right? Yeah. And like we feel better about Carolina this year. And so obviously all of this is based off of how we feel about the teams right now. But you see plenty of times, and you're gonna hear the stat again this year whenever some team is 0-2 in terms of teams that start 0-2 make the playoffs X amount of X% of the time, or teams that start 1-3. There's only been 2 teams to ever make the playoffs. Starting fast is very, very key in the NFL.
Okay, but to be fair, we also said at the beginning we're not doing like how good do you think the roster is?
I think at this point it's okay and it's fair to be like, okay, how do I feel about these 2 teams, and does anybody have like any specific advantages that I feel are okay? And especially for these 2 teams that do have very similar situations with their star holdouts, I think it's okay to look at the first 4 games and be like, oh yeah, like I might lean towards this other team as a quick little tiebreaker.
I think we can do a lot more talking about what makes them good. Like the Cowboys have real strengths. Like the Cowboys have a dominant wide receiver duo. If Dak's healthy, they're going to have a dominant passing game. Like,
but you don't think that matters enough to get them to 2 for you?
No, it could. They could be 2. Is what I'm saying. Like it's a real argument. I'm not going to just be like, yeah, first 4 games they'll go 1-3. It's cooked. Like I don't know if the Commanders can come off to a hot start. Nothing's decided in the first 4 games. So I think we can, dive a little deeper than that. As the only reason why is like I think that's not the only thing we need to talk about with this conversation.
It would not surprise me at all if the Cowboys ended up number 2 though. Not even in the slightest.
Yeah, it would just be. It's just such an uneven team that like to get there, it has to be like the Bengals going 9-8, where they just air everybody out and their defense is cooked and they just truly are a prolific passing attack. Which I mean they could be, with CD being top 3 wide receiver, top 5 at the worst, Pickens being a premier second option now that I think will complement each other well. Like this could be one of the best passing attacks in the game. We've seen Dak play at that level before when he's healthy. Sucks that their offensive line isn't going to the season fully healthy. That is a question mark, but they have top tier offense potential.
Potentially.
And the Commanders, like, better offensive floor with Jaden Daniels. He's going to be, I think for the rest of his career in his prime, he'll be one of the best floor setting offensive players in the league just by what he brings as a rusher and as an accurate passer, being able to attack all 3 levels. But, even with Terry McLaurin there, Brian Robinson Jr., Deebo Samuel, Noah Brown, Zach Ertz, like
not inspiring.
It's not the best talent. You have to hope Laremy Tunsil is the talent upgrade they need to have better protection around Jaden Daniels. And then outside of that, your weapons are whatever Jaden can make them. But I think the supporting cast might be a little more talented offensively for the Cowboys around their quarterbacks.
I kind of almost want to put
the Cowboys
at number 2.
Yeah, like,
I
but
almost want to put the Cowboys in number 2, genuinely.
it's if Micah was there and I have a complete faith, sure. But I don't know. Both defenses aren't good. Like, shout out Frankie Louvu. Who is the pass rushing threats on the Washington Commanders right now that you feel good about? Von Miller?
He can still do some stuff.
Who is the secondary talent? Marshawn Lattimore, which I like the addition last year. It didn't go well. I don't. At this age, like, it could continue to go poorly.
Tell him to line up. Listen. I mean, if you think that both of these defenses are, trash.
Prediction. Jerry Jones just beat cancer.
He did.
He goes ahead, pays Micah Parsons. Vibes are better. Everything is going the Dallas Cowboys' way. That wide receiver duo between CeeDee Lamb and also
George Pickens.
Pickett's, elite, top 2 in the league. Offense is killer, stellar. Similar to the Bengals, but might be an even more idolized version of them. I think they end up number 2. And also, he pays Mike Parsons. I think they end up number 2.
If Siobhan Ravel is a good rookie corner, they could have Ravel, Bland, and Diggs. That's a good cornerback room. It's a great cornerback room. And if you have the best pass rusher in the league, that helps a lot. And then obviously they sound Fowler Jr., the draft as a Raku. If one of those guys can be a good second option and you have a great cornerback room and a great pass rushing duo, which it could be great even if the second option as a pass rusher is mid, just because Parsons is at that level. That mid plus the best is a great duo. This could be a great passing offense, great passing defense. If one of the run game sides of the ball becomes average, you're looking at a really good team. But those are big holes that you have to bet on. But what's the ceiling raising element besides Jaden Daniels becoming the best quarterback in the league for the Commanders this year?
And isn't it more like
nothing? Like that's where everything starts and stops. And you have a team that going into last year, we were looking at them and we're like, man, this team sucks. And then all of a sudden they're in the NFC Championship game because they have a guy who was able to elevate them to that level. And once again, they're going to rely on the guy that they picked. With
and you think it's a better bet than all the Cowboys' strengths as a passing offense and passing defense?
Yes, I do.
What do you want to do?
this Cowboys hate tax to this? So we have to look at it.
I don't
through
even
a
feel
certain
confident.
lens.
Really, I'm posing the question because I think it's a debate, but I don't even necessarily. I'm not even saying it has to be the Cowboys, but I think it's super close, and I don't think it's as easy to read off.
I think it's close too. I think it's close. I feel okay with this, but I just would not be shocked at all if the Cowboys end up being number 2 and Jaden Daniels goes through somewhat of a slump because of the wary options that he has on offense. It just feels like I've seen a story similar to that before in the past.
If we're assuming Parsons isn't an issue at all, I kind of want to go Cowboys at 2, but it is an issue. So
I think I don't know. I can't say it's fair to assume, but
we can leave it as is. But just know I don't feel confident whatsoever that the Cowboys will be 3rd.
Me personally, I don't want to put the Cowboys number 2.
Yeah, I don't really care. They're fighting for 2nd, so it doesn't. it's fine.
Who do we think are going to be the? Actually, that's a whole other can of worms. I was like, who do you think are going to be the wild card teams off the top of your head here? Like, if all these first place wins obviously get in, who are the wild card playoff teams?
So there's 3 in every conference. In the NFC, I would go with the Cardinals. I would go with the Cardinals. I would go with the Commanders, and I would go with the Packers. And then in the AFC,
I think you might have gone 0 for 3.
Oh
No, I think Packers would be there. I was thinking Packers, Vikings, Rams, because in this scenario we're talking about the Rams being like Stafford there for our scenario. Like I'd be shocked if they missed the playoffs if Stafford's moderately healthy. Like Packers, Rams, Vikings, I would think.
Oh man, I mean stuff be crazy.
But how do you say the Commanders won't make it at all? That's so tough.
Exactly. So So that's why I'm going in the NFC. In the AFC, I will go with the Broncos. I will go. Let's see. I'll go with the Broncos. I'll go with the Raiders because I feel better about them, and I feel better. And I will go with the. We'll go with the Bengals to sneak in.
I think that I feel pretty confident about the wildcard teams. Are almost obviously held persistent.
Yeah.
I would think I feel NFC. I don't know. AFC. I almost guarantee will be Broncos, Bengals, Chargers as a wildcard teams. That feels set in stone unless somebody gets hurt.
Chargers. Okay.
That feels like that'll be pretty likely to be the playoff teams unless the Bengals fall apart and like the Patriots make a big leap or something, or either Steelers or Dolphins who are in striking distance of second place. But I feel pretty confident the AFC West will once again have those 3 playoff teams.
Yeah, they'll have 3 playoff teams.
You're obsessed with the Raiders.
They have 3.
Those 3 teams are just the Chargers and the Broncos. That just have too high of a floor. Even without the ceiling play being there for different reasons, I think their floors are too high.
We got to fast forward 3 weeks, man. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready. I got the little taste of preseason. I'm like, all right, cool.
Nah, the Chargers could miss it.
I need real football.
The Chargers can miss the playoffs for sure. It wouldn't be because of fucking Raiders. I feel
That'll be so.
It won't be because of the Raiders.
A travesty has happened. A travesty has fucking happened, bro.
It won't be because of the Raiders. There's no way. I mean, there is a way, obviously. It's the NFL. Crazy shit happens all the time. I'd be floored if the Raiders.
I'm gonna get you a Geno Smith jersey.
See, you don't even understand, because it's not. We talk about all of these improvements that people make on their roster and stuff. The Raiders are making improvements top down.
Dude, he is a new person talking about the Raiders.
They're on the TB12 method. They got Tom Brady in the building.
How many wins are going to have this year?
He's a part owner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you willing to bet your credibility they'll win 8 games this year? Will they be a winning team?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. I mean, 8 wins get you to 8-9. You'll be under.
I mean, more than 8. I said.
What's the over under? They'll go over there. The over. I'm take it real
no, you're talking about playoffs. Fuck the over under. Are they a 9-win team to go above 500 and make the playoffs?
9 wins is a lot, man.
I'm gonna check it real quick. So right now the Raiders, their over under is at. Dang, they are killing. Oh wait, no, never mind. I didn't hit the right button. Actually, no, they are killing them. It's at 6.5.
That feels more realistic.
First of all, smashing the over. And then to make the playoffs, they are. Let me pull this up right now. They are plus 330. I'm taking that. Yeah,
you're taking that. That's the stupidest bet. Putting money on the Raiders for the playoffs. Like you're taking that.
You said you're losing money, sir.
If you want to bet they're over, sure.
I will dabble.
Put 100 right now that they're making the playoffs.
I'll dabble. I'll sprinkle.
Oh wait, is this our first bet right here?
Let me see you lose that.
First of all, I haven't made my big deposit for the season yet. All right? Every year, right? I make my big deposit. I try to work off of that. When the Super Bowl ends and when NBA playoff ends, I take the offseason off. I go back into the lab, see what I messed up on. I need to come back. I still need to finish training camp for betting.
Okay. Well, this is our predictions for every single division in the NFL.
But I got you.
I think obviously the NFL is incredibly hard to predict the actual outcome, but I feel solid about this. I think we came to some pretty reasonable conclusions here. But yeah, man. Seahawks fans, I'm sorry. I don't believe it. I think it's very unlikely you'll be 4th, but
man,
on paper, someone has to be.
Yeah. That's
And with that being said,
it is TikTok time. Let's move.
Woo! Welcome to TikTok time. Today, we're going to begin by once again talking about Madden 26 ratings. Last week, I had you guys guess which NFL player, almost at NBA, almost got caught. Which NFL player had the higher Madden rating between 2 players of the same position? Today, you guys are going to guess the NFL team you're looking at based on their Madden ratings.
Okay.
So I have their whole lineup, some offenses, some defenses. You guess which team you're looking at by an assortment of between 5 to 11 of the players on that side of the ball.
Yeah.
So jump straight into it. Let's see if you guys, what's your knowledge is looking like. First team up. Who is this team?
Middle of the pack QB.
Yes, but they have one of the best.
Oh, I know this immediately.
Do you?
I know this immediately. Middle of the pack QB. The wide receiver 1 is good, but he's barely touching. He's not top 10. He's not top 10.
Correct.
Oh man, actually I don't know who this is, but my first guess is this the Houston Texans?
No.
Fuck.
We saw a lot. They put CJ Stroud 81 overall, so you see CJ Stroud is even lower. And Nico Collins isn't top 10, but he's also higher than 87.
Yeah. Okay.
They did.
That is a good guess, but the Texans damn sure don't have a 97 overall left tackle.
Okay.
Yes, but
Ooh.
I'm looking at the 84 quarterback. I'm looking at the 80 wide receiver 2, 87 wide receiver 1. Feels like a Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans type of combination.
Who?
You think it's Tristan Wirfs?
Who's that 97?
That is not Tristan Wirfs. This is not the Buccaneers.
Who is 97?
I'm trying to think about the left tackle. Is this the San Francisco 49ers?
This is the 49ers. Yep, Brock Purdy is an 84 overall.
Yeah.
Ayuk's an 87.
Okay.
Listen, there's only so many tackles that can be 97 overall.
God damn it.
It's either Williams or Wirfs.
There we go.
Pick one. Okay, you guys got the first one. Took a couple seconds to get there, but you guys got it.
Not bad at all.
Which team is this?
God damn it.
Okay, one of the best guards in the league.
Elite left guard.
75 QB is tough though.
Yeah, this is that guy. You are below replacement level.
and they have one good receiver.
Yep.
Oh man, they're kind of in. Is this? Oh, damn. Could this be the
Not a good running back.
the Titans?
This is not the Titans. Though, yeah, they could get Cam Ward as 75 overall as a rookie, but no, not that. Calvin Ridley is not 86.
Mm-mm.
Could this be the Colts?
This is not the Colts. I don't know what Anthony Richardson is. It might be lower than 75.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Jonathan
just,
Taylor's not an 81. Hell no.
No, definitely not.
did they put Justin Fields as a 75?
I don't know.
I'm telling you, I wasn't even looking at the O line. I'm just trying to guess the quarterbacks who are 75 because that's low.
You think Malik Neighbors could be an 86 overall?
Okay, maybe. I feel like Neighbors should be higher, but
This is the Giants?
This is not the Giants.
Fuck.
The wide receiver isn't. Neighbors is better than the wide receiver one here.
yeah.
93 overall left guard. There's only so many elite left guards in the NFL. Notable name. With a quarterback that's not above average yet.
I am blanking
This is
on
not
one.
difficult. This is Chicago Bears.
No,
I am blanking on
fuck.
this one.
Come on.
God damn it.
You don't
We
think
should've
about
got
Caleb
this.
Williams enough to know if he's a 75, what his
We
overall is?
we
He's
should've got
just
this.
pending.
That's
We
actually,
should have got this. I hate this so
that's
much.
actually kind of crazy though, because I did not think that he was going to be a 75.
You thought he'd be
You thought it
higher?
was going to be worse?
A little bit higher.
Oh, okay.
I know last year was bad, but damn.
If Dunze was also a rookie, he was 70, 79 overall.
Yeah.
I thought the left guard would do it, training for Joe Tooney.
Damn it.
Yeah, I guess Caleb is hard to rationalize what his Madden rating would be. Like, you don't, like,
Yeah.
he's so unsolidified. He's like so pending. Who knows? But okay, which defense is this? Moving to the other side of the ball.
Let's see.
CB1 is
You don't have a
81,
great
nickel
line.
77.
You don't have a great nickel.
Not
don't
a
have-
great secondary, not a great line, not a great linebacking core. Who does this sound like?
Not a great corner.
God damn.
Not great anything.
Nothing's great on this screen.
This would be the Panthers from last year?
No, it's not the Panthers.
This is too good for them.
But you're not far off.
Falcons.
Not the Falcons.
No.
Who else is the epitome?
Oh, the Bengals.
This is the
Yeah,
Bengals.
there we go. This is the Bengals.
Yep. Only question mark, that's Hendrickson, but he's not
Yeah.
there right now. So.
Yeah, that's what helps me.
What was
That's
his
what
rating?
helps me.
You know his rating?
I forgot. It's in the 90s. It's great. It's like 93 or something.
Okay, this is a kind of a layup.
No talent to be seen.
Exactly.
3 levels of the defense, 3 levels of mediocrity.
God damn.
Joe Burrow, what are you prepared to do about it? Next up, which defense is this?
Who 98 edge? Oh shit.
Great edge. But
Yeah.
no talent anywhere else.
All you see is the front 7. They all suck around the edge.
This,
You know-
this is the Cleveland Browns.
That is a good guess. It is not the Cleveland
The
Browns.
Dallas Cowboys.
This is the
Yeah,
Dallas
exactly.
Cowboys.
Yeah, there's only 1 or 2 answers.
One guy's great, surrounded by the most average front 7 you could imagine.
This is embarrassing, bro. 79, 73. Man.
Get Micah Parsons some help.
I forgot. Did we put Myles Garrett was in the 99 club, right?
He was 99.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I should. Yeah.
Yeah. So look, no help whatsoever. Donovan Ezeraku, what are you prepared to do about it? Are you here to answer the call? Overshawn is only a 76 overall. I thought it'd be higher.
Yeah, it's too low.
Next up, which defense is this?
Okay. Great safety.
87 edge. This is the.
Great safety, great edge, solid all around, but not a ton of other stars. Good cornerback one, not a great. Good linebacker. Everything's just kind of good, not great, outside of a couple stars.
Feels very Pittsburgh Steeler.
You think TJ Watson 87?
I forgot.
Yeah.
I be forgetting what the parts guys. All right, so who's a good edge, but just like, you know what? He's cool. He's all right.
Yeah.
But carrying
87 is
everybody-
better than he's all right. Like that's an elite
It
player.
is. Like it's toward it would be like the back half of the top 10,
Probably, yeah, somewhere around there.
right?
93 safety though, so
That's-
edge safety combination. And the linebacker, they're really good defenders.
I am.
Nah.
Wow.
This can't be the Giants. This can't be the Broncos, right?
No.
I will
no.
say it's quite funny that you're overlooking this team. Figures.
Yeah.
Figures.
them overlook Chargers.
This is the
Yeah, I was
Chargers.
about to say. Might make sense.
The team that nobody thinks about,
Damn.
the most disrespected, overlooked team in the NFL because they have no fan base. This is the Chargers. That's Khalil Mack and Derwin James.
Okay.
Figures.
Yeah. Checks out.
They're
Who's
never
thinking
on
about
anybody's
them?
mind, even though safety plus edge combo is pretty clearly them. And lack of talent around their main guys, but they get it done with coaching. That's the Chargers.
Yeah, I was right to put him at 4.
Well, if I pull up the Raiders defense, you'd be ghastly. You'd be ghastly. Next up, which offense is this?
Okay. 95 wide receiver one.
They got a good receiver.
This
okay.
is no, this can't be the Dallas Cowboys.
Not a single above average offensive lineman. Some great wide receivers. A good running back.
Again, I see a bad offensive line right now, and I think that's the Houston Texans.
This is not the Houston Texans. That's a good guess.
95
Remember,
overall?
they disrespected Nico
Yeah,
Collins.
nah.
He's not a 95 overall.
I did forget that.
They made his ass an 88.
That was crazy.
It's insane.
That was
'Cause
crazy.
he's better than the guy at wide receiver one.
But not a okay. So now, but again,
A good wide receiver duo and a bad
is
offensive line.
this the Bengals as well? Is this the offense?
That's a good
No,
option.
Jamar's a 99.
Yeah, but we can get this though. We can definitely get this.
You need to get this one.
We can get this. It's not can't be the Eagles.
Yeah. This the Vikings?
This is not the
Vikings.
He's
No.
99.
Come on.
We got this. We just need like literally 2 seconds. It's not the Eagles. It's not the Vikings. It's not.
It can't be the Lions.
No, hell no. It's not the Lions.
Great offensive line.
Can't be the Falcons. It can't be Panthers. It can't be the
Who you thinking?
It's one of the best receivers in the league. Maybe that's
Yeah,
swing.
it's one of the best receivers. Who are the best receivers in the league?
Again, but like if we're thinking about the top tier, you got Justin, you got Jamar, you got AJ, you got Nico, you got Puka. It's not Puka. Yeah, because Puka was
Wait, yeah, is this the Rams?
No, it's not the Rams.
Okay.
Bad offensive line and 95 receiver. 85 overall wide receiver too. So it's a respectable guy across from him. Your running back is good.
It's not the Dallas Cowboys.
It looks like the Dallas Cowboys,
Fuck.
but it's not the Dallas Cowboys. But similar archetype, but their offensive line stinks.
Okay, that's a telltale sign.
And I will say last year they had a left tackle that was a lot higher than 72. I'll give you that hint.
Nah, man. This is
I'm cooked.
I have this.
Oh my-
No, we can't be cooked.
Oh, you're
I have this on the
embarrassing.
tip of my tongue.
You're embarrassing.
Go
Let's
ahead.
get
Wait.
one more.
Last
one
guess
more
for him.
hidden.
Last guess for him.
One more hidden. Okay. Could this? Oh no, it's not them. I was gonna say the Chiefs, but it's not the Chiefs.
No,
Fuck, they suck too much.
95 receiver.
Yeah,
Nothing
no.
about this is like
Yeah,
the Chiefs. This
no.
is the opposite of the Chiefs. This is the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Oh, I do not be thinking about them at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Dude,
I
yeah.
forget that Tyreek is 95. 'cause
Yeah. I forget these two.
See, in
Dumb
my
eye.
mind, he fell off.
Shitting the bed right now.
I hate this. I hate this so
Shitting
much.
the bed. Unbelievable. Which team is this? Which defense is this?
This is an elite defense. Really good defense.
A lot of good players.
Actually surprised they got a
90, 78.
6 players above 80. That's not that common. That's a lot. That's
I know
a lot of
it's
good
just,
players.
It's just a nice, well balanced team. Is
85
this the
CB.
Philadelphia Eagles?
This is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. That was nice and easy. Had to give you all 11.
You smell super team.
Who they put at our second safety?
Second safety?
Yeah, they put Makuba
No.
or Sidney Brown.
Yeah, Sidney Brown.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
73.
Stacked ass team. Next up.
I mean, that whole right side is 70s.
Well, every team should have some 70s. It's pretty crazy to have more 80s and 70s.
We don't allow that.
Oh my God. Which offense is this? Can you get some redemption?
The fuck? Their wide receiver 2 is 90 overall.
Which means that the wide receiver 1 has to be up there.
Yeah.
So this has to be. Wait, actually, no.
Good quarterback, good running back.
tight end is 77.
This is pretty easy.
Oh no, it's not. It's not.
Oh.
It's not them. It's not them.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not them.
Who are we looking at?
The best. Is this the Rams?
This is the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
Devontae Adams is a 90. Puka actually is an 88. He's lower than Devontae Adams. But, he's going to be the wide receiver.
Yeah.
one.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Wow.
Stacked ass roster on
Okay.
offense. That 86, 88, 88, 90. Great skill position offensively. Offensive line, we don't got to talk about. Next one. Which defense is this?
Ooh, 91 corner.
Elite
92
defense.
nickel. 94 linebacker.
So I just did the pass coverage of this team. We let the front seven off, make it a little bit harder. But crazy pass coverage talent.
Crazy. And I would let's see.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Let me go black. Where'd it go? Okay.
I knew it was them too. So fucking hate this. Okay.
Who are we looking at?
This is an elite team.
Everyone's just quiet. What the fuck? Who are you looking
I
at?
know.
I thought he was gonna say something.
Yeah, everyone just fucking froze.
No,
Said,
I know who this is.
Who is
please,
it?
please tell us.
This is an elite team.
Correct.
Teams
clearly.
that fucking won 13, 14 games over the last few years. This has to be the Baltimore Ravens.
This is the Baltimore Ravens. Ridiculously stacked secondary. They're still giving Jair Alexander a 91, which maybe is generous. But if he is that level, this team should win the goddamn Super Bowl.
Looking at those passing defense stats helped me so much in this goddamn round.
I can't believe Kyle Hamilton's only 90.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I didn't think it was the Ravens. I thought he was going to be higher.
He should be at least a 95. Like 90 is crazy.
I was like, how is he not the highest ranked player on their defense?
Ridiculous. Last but not least, who is this offense?
Okay, we got to get this. If this is last, 86 wide receiver one.
You see everybody besides the quarterback.
Damn.
Good center. Not a lot of offensive talent around that on the offensive line.
Yeah, very solid team.
One good wide receiver that, it's not sniffing top 10 or anything, but he's a very good receiver.
This is the Buccaneers.
This is not the Buccaneers.
Yeah, that was a good guess.
86 wide receiver. Again, that's right there in the.
Mike Evans is actually, I think, like 91 overall.
What the
So he's
fuck?
not as good as Mike Evans.
Ah, shit. I forget he's Matt is on one. Okay.
Is
Nope.
this actually not Bijan would be higher than an 84?
For sure.
And Drake London is not an 86.
Drake London's also 90.
Yeah.
Fair.
So below that level, he's not Drake London level.
Not Drake London level.
And the rest of the wide receiver core isn't special. But they have a running back that got some talent to him.
84 is all right. 84 is decent.
I am so upset right
Who
now.
Yeah,
are
you
the
stink.
84
I'm
overall
so upset right now
Cardio.
Backs.
Cardio.
and ones?
because
Shit.
This is a very middling team. This is a very average ass offensive talent around this team.
Oh, is this the Steelers?
No, this is not the Steelers.
is this the
This is worse. This is not a good team.
not
Look at
a-
that line. Look at that. Like, this is not.
Saints?
This is the New Orleans Saints.
Ew.
As soon as you said not a good team, I said okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
Ew.
Oh,
I got
man.
it.
Who's your
I-
wide
I-
receiver
I need
one?
to see the rating for their quarterback
Yeah.
Who is their quarterback?
for all four of them combined.
Combined.
And that is the last team.
Who's your wide receiver one?
Chris Olave.
Ah, fuck. That fucked me.
Yep. Chris Olave. They got a good center, Chris Olave, Alvin Kamara, and a bunch of nothing. Shout out Rashid, but 79 overall.
I think we did better on defense than offense. Shockingly.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a lot of shit in your pants either way. Was not the finest showing. Next thing we're going to do. We're going to pick the best NFL quarterback in every division.
Okay.
Not only are we going to pick the best quarterback in every division, we're going to rank all four based on who we'd want for this season. So, quick thought experiment off the top of your head. Who do you think got to win one game today or win 16 games over a season?
Mhm.
Who do you want to lead your team
Let's do it.
for just this season? So, no future projection, no is he going to fall off, just this season. First division, AFC East. Pretty cut and dry.
We don't have to say much.
Okay,
This-
obviously Josh Allen was 1 and Justin Fields was 4. For just this season, do you think Drake May is going to make enough year 2 leap that you take him over Tua?
That feels fair.
Absolutely.
No conversation?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No conversation. This one is very, like you said, very clear cut. Josh Allen, Drake May, Tua, Justin Fields.
I think there is a world where maybe Drake May is a little more raw than we're giving him credit for and take some time, and maybe Tua is safer for this year. I'll take that bet. I'll take the risk of Drake May being a year 2 star. I'll deal with that because that might be amazing.
He doesn't even have to be a star, and he can be better than Tua.
Yeah, well, if Tua's healthy, he'll be fine. Like he's safe. He's not going to hurt you.
Yeah, we're aiming for the 16th best quarterback in the league right now.
Yeah,
That is true.
Drake May can do that in year 2. That's one of the easier ones. And obviously, Josh Allen's 1. Justin Fields is 4. No conversation to be had there. AFC West.
Okay, so obviously
That's the wrong picture for the Raiders.
Yeah,
Oops.
that's supposed to be Geno
That's
Smith.
supposed to be
Like,
Geno
who the
Smith.
hell? Like,
I don't
you
know
gotta
who.
light it, bro.
Yeah, oops. That is
Okay.
Geno Smith. Graphics got fucked up there.
I think this is pretty easy too. It's like it's inverted literally. It's Mahomes 1,
Herbert 2.
Herbert 2, Bo Nix
Knicks
3.
versus Geno. I don't know.
I'll take
sorry.
Geno Smith over Bo Nix.
Last year, Geno Smith is better. I think for last year, I would rather have Geno. Geno's getting older. Bo Nix, if you tell me he's elevating in year 2 and you think he's gonna keep getting better, there's a world in which he's better next year.
Unk still got it. Geno has at least one more
Yeah,
year.
you're
Yeah.
right. I
Well,
lied. It's not
he's better.
inverted.
Yeah, I'll go Geno. Just 'cause I think he's a safer pick, but I think Bo Nix could pass him up by this coming year.
Yeah.
But I also think Geno Smith could also stay ahead of him. I don't know if Bo Nix has that big of a leap in front of him,
Yeah,
but there's something there. But yeah, obviously Mahomes 1, Herbert 2. There's no conversation there.
I agree.
White Geno Smith. AFC North.
Ah, shit.
So
Right now,
whoever starts for the Browns, you're 4th.
Let's just go ahead and do the Shador thing. He's gonna be starting.
Flacco, 4. Shador, 4. Gabriel, 4. Whoever it is, you're last.
Yeah,
And you know what? No matter what, Aaron Rodgers is right ahead of you at number 3, no matter what.
And no matter what, too, I think Joe Burrow is going to be number 2.
Some people have a debate that. A lot of people were doing the list times of years. Joe Burrow's the best quarterback in the league. I'd rather have him than anybody else.
Yeah, get off the smelling salts, buddy. You're doing way too much.
I'm taking Lamar easily. Salute Joe Burrow. Everything he does, great. I think people that want to say he's better than Lamar, better than Mahomes, better than Allen, better than all of them, I think you're overrating him, which is a shame because it's hard to overrate such a great quarterback. But you found a way. You found a way to glaze. I'm picking Lamar.
Yeah, man. Let's get back to the playoffs. Let's do something.
I don't even care about that per se. Lamar is the most dominant running game weapon we've ever seen from the quarterback position. Also a top tier arm talent, which some people still don't want to believe because of racism. But give me the dual threat, greatest dual threat quarterback of all time.
It's
Lamar.
easy.
Look, all right, Lamar, Burrow, Rodgers, Shador.
Just pencil in Shador.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck off Flacco. that one's pretty easy.
I heard literally I was out at lunch the other day, and there was these 2 guys sitting next to me, older, gentlemen.
Oh my God.
And they're like, literally like verbatim of that sketch. He was like, man, I really like Flacco. Like he's nice. He's really good.
Quoting the Stavros meme. There's something about Flacco.
They
feel safe.
They were honest with it. They love Flacco.
This Lamar guy, I don't know. He's good, but is he a quarterback?
Shador, is he really focused on football?
Yeah. All that jewelry, I don't like it. AFC South, where are we going with these 4? A lot of projection needed. Obviously, Stroud is one.
Yeah, Stroud is one.
After Stroud at 1, I don't know.
You could say Cam Ward 2.
If you want to project,
really
that's a
strong about
lot.
him.
That's a lot, though.
Is it though? To be better than Trevor Lawrence, that's not that hard of a bar. We could go Trevor Lawrence because he's a solid starter that isn't going to ruin the game for you. But Cam Ward could certainly be better in year 1.
That would not surprise me at all.
Hey man, let's go. Cam Ward.
Cam Ward at number 2.
Cam Ward.
Do you want to plant your flag that Cam Ward will be a top 15 quarterback right away? Or what's Trevor Lawrence, like 19th in the league or something?
Yeah, I'll go top 18 for Cam Ward.
Cam Ward, you'll be 18th in the league. Trevor Lawrence, 19th to 20.
Okay.
And then Anthony Richardson, pour one out. Right now, you're 4th. What are you prepared to do about it?
He might be 5th.
Become 5th.
Daniel Jones. Dude, what a tragic scenario. If Daniel Jones is better than you, I'll be so mad. I believe in you, Anthony Richardson, to some extent. Don't be worse than Daniel Jones.
Don't ever.
Never go full Daniel Jones. But Trevor Lawrence versus Cam Ward is an interesting one. Like, I feel like that's not impossible.
It's not impossible. It is asking for a lot for like a rookie to step in and like instantly be.
I don't know if it's asking a lot, honestly, for the number 1 pick, safe quarterback with a high floor that's already has good pocket management, already can drive the ball down the field. I don't know if it's asking a lot for the number 1 pick to be the 18th best quarterback.
Again, we agreed. Like I just think like it is like, all right, come in and instantly ball out. I believe in him. We're gonna put him at 2, but it's not. It's not just like the easiest thing in the world.
It's not at all.
We gotta place our bets in.
I don't want to be too disrespectful to Trevor Lawrence, but I really do believe Cam Ward will be better.
Next week we make our big deposit.
Oh my God.
We have a betting episode?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's put our money on the line. NFC East.
Oh damn, I know Dak was bald.
Damn near.
Nah.
This was hard.
It's not even ball. It's that Doc Rivers.
Yeah, it's a CP3 Doc Rivers specials.
So obviously Russell Wilson is 4th.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's a lot of debate between the next 3. I feel like I want to go Jaden Daniels 1. That feels... I truly believe he'll be transcendent, floor-setting quarterback that every year, as long as he's healthy, your offense will be great.
Who do you want to go at 2?
I know you want to go Hurts.
We know what
I'm
is.
just asking the question.
Him and Dak are super close to me. That's like the 8th and 9th quarterback in the league to me, whatever order you want. But I'm willing to give you Hurts. I'm willing to give you Hurts at 2. I'm not going to argue against that.
I'll give you the mobility with Hurts. That's very important to me. I could go 2 as well.
But I do think him and Dak are very close if all things were equal. But we can go Hurts at 2. Give him credit. He has a great
Change your
scenario.
sweater right now.
I'm wearing a shirt because the logo's cool, not because I give a fuck about the team.
Change the sweater right now.
I think we can give the credit to Hurts. He's in a great situation. He makes the most of it. He does his job very, very well. Makes good decisions. We can go with him.
Okay.
But I feel pretty strongly about Jane Daniels being 1. Do you disagree?
Naturally. Naturally, I do. But it's okay. It's not okay, but we'll live. I'll live.
Yeah, I just think 32 out of 32 teams would take Jaden Daniels, I think.
Oh, easily.
Besides the Eagles. The Eagles, they have nothing to change.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't change. But 31 out of 32 teams would take Jaden Daniels.
110%. You're right. That's not shocking either.
Person those lips. He knows it's true.
I don't think that's true.
Why? Why would a team pick Jalen Hurts over Jaden Daniels?
I mean, I do think like if you have a situation closer to the Eagles and you feel like your situation is close to winning, you would probably take the guy who you feel like is more ready made to just step in and actually like compete. Whereas you can like, yes, Jaden Daniels elevated the Commanders, but you may feel like Jalen Hurts is closer to being right there, like in his prime, ready to compete right now.
Jaden Daniels isn't raw. He did be talking about winning right now for the same reasons you big up Hurts. He made a conference championship in his rookie year. Like that's not. He's not Caleb Williams. You know, he's not like super raw.
Yeah, no. But I mean, but this is on the other side, it's a quarterback who has led a team to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years. So it's like you do have that on the opposite side. So I don't think every team would do it.
Has he really led his team to the Super Bowl, or
has he been led?
Yeah. Get real philosophical here.
Take your sweater. Change your sweater right now. Change your sweater right now.
Next division. NFC West.
Oh, damn, this feels similar to literally our placement of these teams.
Low key.
So Stafford's one.
Low
Assuming
key,
he's healthy, one.
kind of in order.
Yeah, Stafford. Well, TikTok listeners don't see this right now. So Stafford one. Purdy 2.
Yeah.
Wow, you ready for that?
Yeah, give me Purdy 2, Kyler 3, Sam Darnold 4.
Yeah, I don't feel. Obviously, Kyler is like all the
McCarthy,
talent in the world, mobility, the arm strength. We can put him above Purdy. Like he should be better. He just hasn't been better. And I think the inconsistencies are there. The inability to throw over the middle of the field is there. Brock Purdy is just doesn't make mistakes, doesn't miss too many throws. Obviously, isn't going to win the game for you single-handedly, but just way more secure.
Okay. It's Kyler at 3 and then JJ McCarthy at 4, naturally.
Yeah.
Plus,
that feels sick.
Sam
man.
Darnold before.
Plus, like we
Gotcha.
might only have half a season of Kyler. Like the splits are real. Where when you start getting past week 8, week 9, you start to see him tail off. There's been times where he's been playing like been times where he's played at an MVP level to start the year.
Mm-hmm.
Then boom, straight crash. And it happens very consistently.
Damn. Yeah, Brock Purdy's
That
number
makes
2.
me sad.
I'm another one of those things that I think most GMs would take Brock Purdy at this point if they had to win a game today.
Wow.
Or
Well,
maybe not say that. Most coaches would take Brock Purdy if they had to win a game today.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, wrong one. NFC North
I'll take Jordan Love 1.
over Goff.
Wow.
I thought that's surprising me. You love Goff.
He loves Jordan Love even more, though, for real.
Jordan Love obviously has a higher ceiling, but you think already you're comfortable saying he's been playing better than Goff?
No, it's hard. But I told you I was drunk on the Packers hype. But it's not. You know what?
I think Goff should be one.
I think Goff's
You have
earned
no
one.
reason to
He's
put
earned
him
one.
below that.
He's
But
earned
Love's right behind him. Like Love could earn that
Exactly.
himself this year, but I think Goff he's just so, like we said with Brock Purdy, he's just so secure, will make the right decision, can turn his back to the defense, play a difficult style of ball over the middle of the field and play action. Love has been too inconsistent.
Yeah.
Okay, so Goff, Love, Caleb, JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
We literally have
you
not
ain't
seen
seen
anything from
Yeah.
JJ.
And I know some people out there are convinced that Caleb Williams is the worst player in the goddamn NFL because they see a clip of a missed pass in training camp and they're like, this guy stinks. I'm still taking that bet over JJ McCarthy.
Training camp footage moving you? Oh, brother, you need help. And I do too.
Yeah, the only debate is Goff versus Love. And I think that's one where like GMs and coaches would be split on who they want. It would be like true like style of play differences.
Yeah.
It really depends on like who you have at coach. And if you feel like you have one of those like masterminds, then you'll probably take Goff because then it's like, all right, we don't have to go all out on quarterback and we can kind of disperse everything everywhere else. The offense is going to carry him a little bit.
Very
but
true.
He can execute my system.
Yeah.
Okay. But man, Jordan Love, put it together. We need 1 year of Jordan Love having the full arsenal of what we know he can do, and this could change.
It'll happen.
NFC South.
Okay, so Baker has very clearly earned the
There's a
top
gap.
spot.
Yeah, there's a big
And
gap.
whoebe the Saints decide to trot out there in that goddamn helmet, they
Don't
will be
matter.
fourth.
You are fourth
Yes.
regardless
Yep.
of the fact.
Radler, Shuck, whoever the fuck wears that helmet, you are fourth.
For this season, I'm gonna go Bryce Young.
Mm.
We only saw 3 games of Michael Penix. Like he also is as unknown as somebody who played in the league last year can get.
And in Bryce's good 4 or 5 games in the season, those were a better small sample size than Penix's small sample size.
So I'll go Baker, Bryce, Penix, Saints.
It would not
Saints.
surprise me though if Penix did end up number 2
Yeah,
at the end of the season. It wouldn't surprise you. Obviously, he's a
Actually,
huge extra.
it low key would, because then that would mean that Bryce didn't like take another step forward.
Was that
Like,
surprising you too?
Not a leap, but just
Yeah.
another step forward.
Well, I mean, we have seen Bryce be pretty fucking bad, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't shock me if Bryce is bad.
I would be floored, gobsmacked.
Gobsmacked. I hope he's not. I don't think he is. But if we just proven that those games at the end of the season were a bit of a fluke, and he is early season Bryce Young, and he is unplayable, it's in the cards.
Unplayable is always like, for a former number 1 overall pick. Unplayable is always crazy.
It is, but
Yeah.
we've seen some goddamn unplayable stretches, man.
We have.
So if Penix is average and Bryce stinks, that's possible. But I'm willing to bet it's real and Bryce is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
But honestly, either way, even if Bryce is good, it's probably going to be close in a debate either way. Like, I don't think Penix has a floor of being atrocious unless the accuracy is like continues to be really bad, doesn't improve whatsoever. He doesn't have the deep ball connection we think he will. And like, unless that, like the strengths really fall apart, I don't really see him being like bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
And that's the last conference. I mean, last division.
That was fun.
Yep. Next thing we're going to do. Let's make the best offense skill position group possible for fun. So who are the most fun players to watch? 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 1 tight end, 2 wide receivers. Who are the most entertaining players in the NFL at the offensive skill positions?
Okay.
Let's get
So quarterback.
QB out the way. I think Lamar's probably the most fun.
Yeah, I mean, Mahomes is really fun when he's able to sling it, but the offensive weapons
Yeah.
haven't allowed it. So it's not quite as fun to watch dink and dunk Mahomes.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's fun in that it's like fun to watch a golden retriever with a hand grenade. It's fun to watch insanity every play.
Okay.
It is. I just think I'll just go Lamar.
Lamar's the easiest.
He's
answer,
just
I
so
think.
dynamic. We got to
Yeah.
put him out.
Yeah. The mobility is unmatched.
Yeah.
Running back. Who's the most fun running back?
Fun, Derrick Henry.
It's always fun to
doesn't
see
make
once
sense.
someone just run through your face.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense for you to be that big and that fast and just stiff arm people and pick people up. It's weird.
It's weird.
It is.
It's not normal.
You should not be moving like that. So I'm going Derrick Henry at running back.
Yeah. It's fun to watch a trained, decimated body. Like, it doesn't feel like you're watching a normal sports moment.
Yeah.
Sometimes when the highlights happen, you're like, is that a child? It doesn't make sense. Tight end. Not a lot of fun, quote unquote, tight ends playing right now.
I guess George Kittle would be the one, just because he's really auditioning to be a WWE wrestler.
Yeah. George Kittle has a lot of flair to his game. He's screaming, the long hair makes him a character. He can block, he's strong. He'll scream every time he makes a big play off the bath salts. I mean, off the smelling salts.
Bath salts. Whoa.
Rock salts. Off the smelling salts. George Kittle's crazy. It's probably him.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go Kittle at tight end.
I think there's obviously Brock Bowers, who's really fun. Like, watching a slot receiver is really fun. Like, he just knifes around the field.
He's just not as wild as Kittle.
Yeah.
is.
Kittle has
Kittle's
the
the right
WWE
answer.
flair is a good way to put
Yeah.
it. 2 wide receivers. Fun. Think about fun. Not necessarily best. Who's the most fun? We're picking
I
the
think-
best players.
I think Jamar Chase is super fun to watch.
The run after the catch stuff is incredibly fun.
Yeah. For me, he has to be one of them. He has to have one of those spots.
It's like, it's easy to say Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, but are they the most fun? They're obviously the 2 best. They're kind of the most fun too.
I like seeing the runs after the catch for me personally, bro.
I like seeing people just dominate. And Justin Jefferson also has crazy catches. Like, he's very acrobatic. He can take tough hits in the air, still come down with the ball. I'll go with both of them.
He not true to Amon Ra, bro. He out of everyone said that he loves watching receivers block. Can you not add him to this list?
I'm trying to pander to the audience.
If you're real, you pick Amon-Ra and Puka. Those are 2 best blockers.
Exactly.
Listen, how nitty gritty are we trying
If
to
you're
get?
real, you pick Jawan Jennings.
Can we pull up NFL Pro right now?
Oh my god.
Let's watch Jawan Jennings in condensed sets. Seal the edge.
I got a clip from week 6 I got to show y'all.
Oh my gosh.
Like, Tyreek Hill is always up here.
No.
But
It's been a
nothing's
minute.
fun.
It's been
Nothing's
a
fun
minute.
right now about the Miami Dolphins.
Exactly. Yeah. Nope. Oh, do you want to put you know what? Why not go ahead and put in Travis Hunter?
Because he hasn't played yet.
Yeah, I guess so.
Could
but
be fun.
sneaky pick.
But yeah, I guess you just, if Tyreek Hill is disqualified for chemistry reasons, behavior reasons, haven't seen it in a while, then yeah, I guess Jamar Chase gets the spot.
Okay.
But if Tyreek Hill's back to Tyreek Hill, I think for me it would be Jefferson and Tyreek Hill.
Okay. I think
That's
for me
fair.
at the end of the season is going to be Travis Hunter and Jamar Chase.
Travis Hunter's gonna be really fun to watch.
Maybe Drake London too, because I just love seeing big ass wide receivers as well.
Yeah, I love Drake London too, but not that much for fun.
Yeah.
But Travis Hunter, even if he's not great, like the way he moves is gonna be very fun, and just
Exactly.
the like spectacle of watching him every week,
Mhm.
it's gonna be one of the most fun experiences.
Yeah, it's must-see TV.
Nico Collins is up there for honestly.
It's-
It might be Nico.
I do love
for
watching
me.
Nico Collins.
Yeah, I just like big guys. All right, wasn't even that crazy.
It's AJ though. AJ and Amara is my 2.
Next up, we're gonna play some NFL start bench cut.
That was also ridiculous.
Start. What was?
I love big guys.
That was crazy.
All right, bro. You guys are kids.
You were already getting crazy with the Derrick Henry thing. I let it go.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I did not say nothing crazy about Derrick Henry. You don't understand it too. I'm gonna have him run through your face. All right, we're doing entirely too much. Now. Entirely too much now. Oh man,
Well, what about Dragon?
you're on watch. You're one of those. You're one of those. Isaac is officially one of those.
NFL start bench cut. We are gonna play NFL start bench cut.
Let's
I'm
do
gonna
it.
name 3 NFL players at the same position. You tell me which one you want to start, which one you want to bench, and which one you want to cut. So, at their peak, everybody best version them for one game. First off, Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels.
Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts.
At their best,
Everybody's at their best.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts what?
Let's say best for a season. Their best season overall. Not best season overall, best version of them. Like we can like.
Now
You're-
I just
Yeah.
see. I answered,
No,
And-
I
and
just
then-
realized the quarterbacks. We're gonna pick like whoever had the best one single game.
and then we moved the goalpost. But it's okay.
You identified a flaw in the question. I appreciate it because that would become a problem with future questions.
It's okay.
I think, me personally, I want to start Dak Prescott.
We've seen Dak and Jalen Hurts both be top 5 MVP finishes. So
Yeah.
we've seen them have amazing seasons.
I think I want to start Dak Prescott. He deserves it for sure. You don't think he does?
Out of these 3, I would cut that.
So like right now, Jaden Daniels I think is better, but Dak's had seasons where he's better
Yeah, thinking
than what we
about-
saw from Jaden last year.
Absolute peak. Naturally, like Jaden Daniels get the short end of the stick right now. We're not talking about right now. We're talking
2
about,
years
like,
ago, Dak
overall.
was a top 5 finishing production quarterback. Like Dak is not an easy cut.
Yeah,
I never said it was easy. I never said that. Am I gonna lose sleep over it? Yes, it was so tough. But I'm going Hurts, Daniels, Dak.
oh, that's so
Personally.
backwards.
I think benching Jalen Hurts is fair
Yeah.
because he's too successful to cut him and not pay any type of respect to that, but not good enough to start over 2 more talented quarterbacks, I think. So
Yeah.
I think it's perfectly respectful to bench Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I think it's Dak, Hurts, and then Jaden Daniels got to go.
Yeah, I agree. But I think by the end of this coming year, if Jaden Daniels does it again, I'm like, okay, we're starting him. Jaden Daniels is that guy. This
You
is going
got
to be
me
future
there.
MVP.
You got me there.
So for now, for youth purposes, we'll cut him, but not for much longer.
Yeah. It's not wrong. It's not terrible at all. The logic checks out. There's no
Yeah,
weaknesses in this
I've
argument.
never seen
It's whatever.
someone. I've never seen you so incapable of putting aside biases in a conversation. Like the Knicks is nothing like this.
Yeah, I know. It's a
ridiculous.
different degree, entirely different
ridiculous.
degree.
The Knicks is nothing like this. Okay, here's this one. There's no Eagles involved. Bryce Young, Bo Nix, Drake May for this coming season.
For this coming season, Bryce Young, Bo Nix.
Sadly, I'm gonna cut Bryce.
Damn.
You don't think he'd be better than Bo Nix this year?
No, I actually
Fuck
think
no.
Bo Nix, he'll take a step.
I wouldn't say fuck no. Like Bryce could take that step to.
That's a lot of steps that he has to take to.
I don't
be
think
at
Bo Nix is
Nix
that
level.
great that it's like impossible. But I do think I want to bench Bo Nix and start Drake May.
That's how I'm going.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
Bo Nix was obviously better last year in a better win now scenario. Had a way
Mhm.
better supporting cast, better coach than his rookie year. I'll be shocked if Drake May isn't a top 15 quarterback next year.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
It-
I would do
it-
the same.
at this point, that feels like the only logical thing to do.
Yeah, like, and again, if
The only I don't think so because there's a lot more proven with Bo Nix, but
not really though.
I overall
There's more
agree.
team success. He was accomplished there, but like I don't think he lit it up as an individual. That I'm like, this is a guy that elevates. I gotta respect that.
We're doing
Like it's not like it's Jaden Daniels.
Mm.
Like whereas you could still think you could still think one day May's better than Daniels. That's like a okay.
yeah, it's
We could
still
debate.
on the table.
But Jaden Daniels deserves to get that nod. I don't think Bo Nix deserves to for sure get that nod.
he doesn't deserve it. Yeah, not fully.
But I am very high on Drake May and his potential and what he can be this year. So I'll take Drake May.
Okay,
Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers,
all time.
all time, potentially the 3 best quarterbacks of all time.
Okay, well,
Um,
Tom is easily number one.
Let's say at their peak though, I
He's-
kind of think Aaron Rodgers is at start.
I mean, at his peak, Tom Brady is also like throwing for 50 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like doing that.
I think Aaron Rodgers is the best thrower I've ever seen. As like the individual talent for 1 year, I think Aaron Rodgers is the best I've ever seen.
Potentially.
It's like him, Mahomes, Brady. But like I think from the small differences, I think I want to start Aaron Rodgers. Like if I had to win, if it's one season I got to win today, I kind of want to start Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know.
That
doesn't sound right.
don't
right.
don't use that phrasing. Don't use that phrasing. Because if you say if I have like if I have one game, Marston got the death beam, all of that. Tom Brady is going to be my
He
quarterback.
embodies that statement right there.
Okay, there's no Bill Belichick on the other side. Everything else is league average around you.
Guess what? I did it with Bruce Arians too. When I was 40.
Okay.
Bruce Arians.
and I beat the young girl. I'll take Brady,
Okay.
Rodgers.
You're right. If the
Bruce.
goal is to win a
Yeah.
game, we got to go Brady. But I think Aaron Rodgers is more talented at his peak. Slightly, just slightly. But we'll bench Aaron Rodgers. cut
Respects
Drew
to
Brees.
Breeze.
Someone got to get cut.
Yeah.
Martin's at the death beam. Tom Brady's the ultimate death beam player. Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey, Le'Veon Bell.
See, Le'Veon Bell was an issue.
He was.
However,
My biases for CMC will always win.
I kind of want to start CMC too, just because the way he transforms the passing game.
It's so
fucking outrageous.
incredibly dynamic, and it's such like a superpower to have.
Yeah, and especially in the league today where passing is more and more prevalent,
Yeah.
more and more important.
It's the strong. It might be the strongest superpower for a running back archetype. Now I think about it.
He's one of the best passing game running backs we've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to start him. I think I want to bench Derrick Henry over Le'Veon Bell.
Bell's getting cut.
Oh, for sure.
Not a question.
Bell's getting cut. Shout out to him. I mean, CMC at his peak is just a better version of Le'Veon. I refuse to cut a player who ran for 2,000. Like, and somebody who is as great as Derrick Henry. And the next year after he ran 2,000, only played 8 games, still ran 1,000 yards in half a season. Like,
Yeah, I think benching.
CMC is not bad.
No, I'm
but-
benching Henry. I'm starting CMC.
It's not bad, but
I don't know. I might start Derrick Henry.
It's obviously close. But I just think
it's
the
super
extra
close.
the extra way he elevates the game as a passing offense while still being a great runner. It's not like he's a bad runner or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
There's
also
a-
comparable.
Yeah,
Obviously, Henry's a little bit better north to south runner. Well,
Yeah.
good amount better. But CMC is not a slouch in his own running scheme.
I think me personally, I want to probably start CMC for my own like biases when it comes to archetype.
My bias, he's a player has to help you win. I want CMC.
Yeah, I think I'm going CMC.
I would start Henry, but I'm not mad at it.
It's so
Yeah.
it's so close. Okay. Jamal Charles, Arian Foster, Saquon Barkley.
Again,
Whew.
anybody who runs for 2K is not getting cut. So Saquon is here.
Easy starting.
I mean, Arian Foster has to go.
Yeah, he does.
Why? Why does he have to go?
I just think Jamal Charles is a little bit better than him. I would start Saquon.
Yeah.
I would bench Jamal Charles, and I would cut Arian Foster. I have a.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Foster, like he obviously like had his prime. It wasn't super long in the same way that I remember Jamal Charles.
No, yeah, he retired by 30. His body kind of fell apart towards the end.
Yeah, and so I would take Jamal over him.
But he also rushed for 1,600 yards and was also a passing game threat. Like Arian Foster at his peak is truly dominant.
It's disgusting.
One of the best visions, one cut runner, huge. Him versus Jamal Charles is hard
This is very hard.
because Jamal Charles wasn't always in the best offenses to maximize him. He was always a kind of not his fault guy for a lot of those years.
It's him and Dwayne Bowe just killing it.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like Arian Foster has more productive years, but Jamal Charles is the ultimate. Like, trust me, put him in the best O line, put him with a good quarterback. He rushed for 2002. The speed is crazy.
That's what I think.
This is
I
chalk.
think the speed from Jamal Charles puts that over the edge for me.
Okay.
Dude, Arian Foster in year 2 has 1,600 rushing yards and 600 passing yards, 2,200 all-purpose yards. I'm going Arian Foster. I don't care. Arian Foster is underrated as fuck, and so is Jamal Charles. But I gotta cut somebody. That's insane.
My biases
600.
are telling me one way, but goddamn, Jamal Charles is a dog.
Arian Foster is amazing, man. I miss
Yeah.
Arian Foster. Pour one out.
I'd bench Arian Foster. Sorry, Jamal.
Jamar Chase, Odell Beckham, Larry Fitzgerald.
Just peak.
Jamal.
Everyone's at their peak, the best version of them. So
I'm starting Odell.
Damn.
year 2
I'm
Odell.
starting Odell. Y'all don't understand because y'all wasn't there. Right?
People are so quick to call Odell overrated. He's only one catch, blah, blah, blah. Bro, he came into the year with came into his career with 3 straight 1,400 yard seasons. Everything that Jamar Chase does as a rack threat with the ball in his hands, Odell was damn near as good as those things.
Mm-hmm.
We do still have to start Jamar. He is a little bit better as a down the field target, but Odell's right there.
Understand. He didn't get hurt, man. Also, his rookie season, he had like 1,200 yards. Only played 12 games.
Yeah,
right.
Crazy.
Like he was dominating without full seasons. He had stayed healthy. It's him, Randy, Jerry.
Oh my God.
Tio.
These campfire stories,
This
man.
man, I'm telling my children about Odell. I'm telling them how he was whooping on Josh Norman. I'm telling them how he was getting in trouble.
But we can't cut Fitzgerald.
Yes, I can.
Dude, we can't cut Fitz.
Yes, I can. And I will.
Dude, this
we can't.
Yes, I can.
Cutting Fit just sounds like a sin.
I will pray for forgiveness. I'm cutting Larry.
If it's just 1 year peak, I understand it. It feels crazy, but dude, year 2 and 3 Odell truly wasn't that level. It's not crazy at all. People are gonna be pissed about it. It's not crazy. I'd probably bench Fitz and cut Odell, but it's close.
It's so close.
It does suck because the best hands out of these three is getting cut. But I mean, Odell's hands are also crazy.
They're all good hands. Like it's the run after catch ability of Jamar and Odell are truly game breaking. Fitz is a better contested catch receiver. Obviously, big body, great hands, reliable, doesn't drop anything. Better blocker. I'm going Fitz over Odell. I got it,
Wow.
but it's close. I have to.
You ever hear that stat about Fitz where it was saying like he has more career tackles than drops?
That's ridiculous.
What?
I hear so many different
Career
stats about his lack of drops that people were like, he had a certain amount of this more than drops because the drops was like 0. I didn't know it was more tackles.
That's
I've never heard that one.
crazy.
But we got to bench Fitz. Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson. So triple crown winner Cooper Kupp. That was a problem that year.
He was a problem.
Tyreek Hill, 1,800 yard season.
Cooper Kupp is getting cut, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, salute,
Naturally.
but unfortunately, yes.
Because you have Justin Jefferson, who's on his way to the Hall of Fame. You have Tyreek Hill, who was the top deep threat receiver on one of the most explosive offenses we've ever seen.
Outside of Randy Moss, he's the best deep threat of all time, I think. Of just like pure vertical receiver. And
Sounds like we might have to
the number
start
one
him.
spot is a debate.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson's also not too far off. Vertical threat, amazing in the in-between game, crazy contested catches, crazy hands, the angles in which he can catch, the amount of double teams he sees and still produces. I think I want to start Justin Jefferson, but I can't argue if someone wants to start Tyreek Hill.
I'd start Justin over Tyreek.
But it's close. Like
It
but
is.
It's
but
Jefferson.
It feels good too right now, but all time, like peak for peak.
It was a debate
You
when
do
Tyreek
that?
was at his
I
peak.
mean, even like peak for peak, like the top of. Also, Justin Jefferson's been doing this with
True.
Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly.
True. Very true.
But also Tyreek did it with Tua, who's not exactly a deep threat type of arm and still got it done.
But you give Patrick Mahomes Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
He's not losing a Super Bowl for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, we could put
Unless-
Justin Jefferson at one.
but
Jefferson
it's-
won, Tyreek Hill bench, Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Cut. That's a hard one at their peak.
Yeah.
So that's difficult. Revis, Richard Sherman, Pat Surtain.
Starting Revis,
Not a debate. Starting Revis Island.
benching Pat Surtain.
That's a hard one.
Whoa, really?
Obviously, he's the better man corner.
Mm.
Richard Sherman is more of a zone guy. But man, he's the perfect cover 3 corner. Like he is the perfect deep third corner.
You said that a little bit too easy for me.
No, I just think that, I mean, I like man-to-man corners. Pat Surtain is a DPOY is also like,
True.
Quite difficult to do as a corner.
that's
Very true.
That's a different level of dominance.
Yeah, we can cut Richard Sherman just off of like scheme value. What matters more, what's more valuable across different teams. But Richard Sherman is the best at what he does in his role.
He is. But if you are a dominant man-to-man corner and you can just say, hey, go guard him and go shut that down,
Yeah.
it opens up so much on your defense.
It's the same reason Revis has won. So
Okay.
Ray Lewis, Luke Kuechly, Fred Warner.
Ray Lewis is starting.
Hey man, prime Luke Kuechly can
Luke
give
Kuechly was a fucking issue though. He has to be benched.
peak Luke Kuechly can give any linebacker ever a run for his money. That is one of the best pass coverage linebackers I've ever seen. So is Fred Warner. Luke Kuechly's another level while also not being bad in the run game. He's a far better pass coverage linebacker than Ray Lewis. And granted, for their eras, it was less important. So I don't want to say like Ray Lewis can't cover, but
Yeah.
Luke Kuechly played in a passing era and was unstoppable there. Unstoppable is the wrong word, but was incredible there.
Mm-hmm.
So we can start Ray, but Luke Kuechly is right behind him.
Luke Kuechly's special, man. Special.
Another career ended too early. But does it feel right to just cut Fred Warner?
Unfortunately,
Yes.
Fortunately, it feels okay.
Yeah.
It's Luke Kuechly. I feel good.
That man is Teflon.
I feel good about it.
He's one of the greatest
Man,
ever
I miss
bro,
Luke
at his
Kuechly.
position for sure.
Is there any argument to start him?
No.
I wouldn't want to start that argument.
No,
It's
I don't.
too-
Yeah, I also
too
don't
much.
want to
It's
do
a
it.
little
It's
bit
also
too
Ray
much.
Lewis.
Yeah, it's a can of
yeah.
worms I'm not going to open,
It's
but
too
just
much.
know that like for their era, Ray Lewis is better.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things Luke Kuechly does better. But that's close. But we'll give it to Ray Lewis.
Okay.
Salute.
No, it's not
I
even
hate
a
that.
salute. It's not even a salute. I'll just give it to
No, that's not. I didn't mean. I didn't mean it.
in the way we use this.
No.
Yeah.
No, I just mean salute. With one of the goats, like you got to give it to him. And it's one of those things that like, I don't know. Kellen Winslow was one of the goat tight ends in the 70s. The NFL was very different. So like Tucker Kraft might be better than Kellen Winslow at a lot of things, but you know,
You're nasty.
you could do that everywhere, but you're still giving it to the guy that was dominant in his era.
Okay.
And not obviously the gap is not like that. You know what I'm saying? But Luke Kuechly, the ways he had to adjust for the passing game today, the way he can defend in a Tampa 2, dropping deep like a safety, Luke Kuechly is crazy in pass coverage.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I just think like I saw Ray Lewis at it the other day and I started doing push-ups. So,
Just started yelling at the screen.
yeah.
What would a Luke Kuechly edit make you do?
I don't know. Go watch film. Go
watch
study.
film.
Go hammer some nails. Go be a handyman. Okay. The next thing we're going to do. So, obviously, every team is really one good draft class away from changing their team, becoming a contender overnight, just completely altering their weaknesses. We're going to look at 10 NFL draft classes from this season, and we're going to pick who we think is going to be the most important rookie on this team this season. So, who needs to contribute most as a rookie? That doesn't necessarily mean it's got to be like their first round pick, because sometimes, you give time to certain positions. But based on this team's weaknesses, who do we think is going to make the biggest impact this year, or who needs to?
Who got the biggest burden on their shoulders? Oh, man.
Yeah, exactly. Who has pressure right away? First off, the Bengals.
I mean, you already know what it is.
I actually
Easily.
don't know what it is.
Demetrius Knight, you need to actually know.
Is it?
Honestly,
to me, it should be Shamar easily, right?
So it should
Holding
be
out like that, too.
because if Trey Hendrickson isn't there, they
Yeah.
need all the
Yeah,
edge
that's
help they
true.
can get. But I
Yeah.
also think he's not that prospect that should be expected to be out here getting 10 sacks as a rookie.
Mm.
It might low-key be Dylan Fairchild. That interior offensive line, listen, their defense isn't going to be good. Their offense better be dominant, and him being an effective pass blocker at right guard is really important.
I guess so. To me, the optics and the outside noise and how he held out for so, well, I guess
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not his fault for holding out so long, but I think it should be him.
There's pressure on him because the perception will be like, if he's bad,
Exactly.
people will be like, you did all that, you're not getting any sacks.
the
Like, it'll be-
expectation is way higher.
But that'll be silly. I think realistically, for the success of this team making the playoffs this year, they desperately need Dylan Fairchild to be above average.
I actually think now I will go Demetrius Knight because I've seen Joe Burrow. Again, it's not a great situation to put Joe Burrow in, but he can handle pressure. It's whatever. They need something positive on defense to happen. And so if Shamar Stewart, if you already are looking at that and you're like, yeah, that's kind of cooked because of the offseason, Demetrius Knight is going to come in. He's going to play.
Yeah. Somebody needs to stop the run.
They need that.
Also, Stewart got misspelled so poorly on the pod.
2020.
Next up, the Patriots.
Oh, this is very, very easy. It's Will Campbell. It is you are going into year 2 of Drake May. And while we do this, I don't want to just look at the first round pick and just say like they have to be the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You spend a top 5 pick on an offensive tackle, he has to live up to it
Yeah.
to keep your like team building on schedule.
That is very true. I feel like Trayvon Henderson also, there's a decent amount of pressure on him too. Well, actually, I don't know about pressure.
Yeah, not necessarily, because they do still have Ramondre Stevenson.
But the ceiling could go into an entirely different level.
Yeah, he could be one of the more game-changing players on this roster, but I don't think if he's mid or needs time to develop, that's fine. They'll live. Low-key, Kyle Williams. I don't have a lot of faith, as much as some people do, in that wide receiver room.
Mhm.
Like, shout out Pop Douglas in the slot. Cool. Stephon Diggs, you got to prove to me you still got the juice.
Mhm.
I think Kyle Williams being a quality outside receiver right away would be a big difference in them either being a wild card type of team or being bad again.
That's fair. But also I think like the success of Trayvon Henderson also depends on
Yeah, I
Will
feel
Campbell.
the same exact way.
Okay. Yeah, listen, Will Campbell has a lot of areas of field he's going to be touching, so that's fine. Arizona Cardinals. To me, without a doubt, Will Johnson. Just because I think if this team makes the playoffs and then makes a splash, it's because their defense is completely changed overnight. I don't want to put too much pressure on a rookie DT. That's a hard position to impact as a rookie. Will Johnson can come in and be a top 20 corner in the NFL right away. That's possible. And if that's the case, this secondary will be disgusting.
It's also like if Will Johnson falls out of the first round to the second round, but the Cardinals still get cornerback 1 at that position, the value that you can now move forward with is insane. And they spent a lot of money on their D line. And so even if Walter Nolan isn't amazing, you're still gonna have other guys that you're gonna try and fill in.
Yeah, they got bodies. They're gonna do some stuff.
Yeah. Having Will Johnson be a great player in year 1 and pairing him with Budda Baker, that's gonna be
Budda Baker and then Garrett Williams in the slot. Like that could be a great 3 DB trio. Shout out Will Johnson, man. I love Will Johnson. Next up, the Cleveland Browns. Who is the most important rookie on this team for this season?
Dylan Gabriel.
Are you ready to step up and change this franchise's life?
This is so sad, man. I think obviously we all want to
gotta
lean
put that
towards
card on my
Shador.
wrist. You know what it is.
That's the easiest one for sure.
But like
Quinshon Judkins, he holds a lot in my mind.
Yeah, if he's gonna sign a contract, if he's gonna be out of jail.
Oh fuck.
Forgot he went to jail. He's on fucking legal claims.
Oh yeah, damn.
So like, I don't know. I mean, like maybe Shador changes their life in the second half of the year. He starts and he becomes their quality starter for a long time. He might not play for 8 weeks, so it can't be Shador.
It's honestly, it's kind of it's a very similar situation to the Cardinals where your first round DT, it might take a minute, but your second round defensive prospect, they can come in and they could be really good.
Especially with JOK injured. Carson Schwarzenegger is going to need to be their best linebacker right away.
Exactly.
And I think Mason Graham will be good just because Myles Garrett gets so much attention that I think Mason Graham will be good. And so in turn, their defensive line will be good. So if Carson Schwarzenegger can be an above average linebacker that can move and can really shoot gaps and like be a good run defender like he should be, that could be a solid front seven.
And I would much rather, I'm like, obviously I like Shador. For somebody who's not going to start week 1, I'm not picking you in this. I'll go Carson.
Okay. The Cowboys. To me, it's either Donovan Ezeraku or Siobhan Ravel because their best pass rusher, holding out. Their best corner, injured. One of you guys better be a quality starter right away or this defense is going to be in a rough spot to start the year.
Anybody on defense, bro. It could be any of these guys.
Yeah, no, somebody step up.
Guys.
If Donovan Ezeraku can be an above average edge rusher opposite Michael Parsons, that could change this team's broke-ass life.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who has DE, CB, LB, DT,
DE some, bro.
Yeah, defensive, whatever.
Yeah.
I really don't care who it is. One of them has to step up.
Yeah, like Tyler Booker, hopefully is good, but they have some other strengths around the O line, so like they're not going to live and die by Tyler Booker's rookie year development.
Yeah. Also, hey, shout out to Phil Maffa. He was nasty in CMB 25.
Shout out to Phil Maffa. The Raiders.
Okay.
I think this is the one where we can go to the first rounder. Ashton Genty. You draft a running back top 10.
He better be good.
He better be a superstar, like right away. Otherwise, people are going to look at you crazy. And especially when you don't really address the offensive line that much.
That just sounds so backward brain thinking.
Yeah, you go 4 picks until you pick an offensive lineman when that's not a strength. You're saying Ashton Genty can succeed no matter who's blocking for him. So he better be Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson, Ezekiel Elliott. I need 1,500 yards right now.
I need a goon right away.
Get on the line.
I just found out about that meme back when he was in college. He would just stand there. He wouldn't get into no like proper stance at all. Fucking hilarious.
I need you stood straight up and then immediately running through those holes.
Yeah.
Running through people's faces. Honestly, this is one of the most pressure I've seen on a running back in a long time. Like there's a lot on his shoulders to live up to that.
It is because everyone, hates running backs now.
Yeah.
And so it's like, what? You did what?
Yeah. and when you have so many holes still, like it's ambitious to be the Raiders with that bad of a roster and pick a running back over Mason Graham or whoever. Actually, no, he went before them. Over whoever else you could have picked there at a premium position that like lifts your floor. You're saying this guy is special. Otherwise, you look silly. The Chargers. Also drafted an elite running back round 1, but not top 10.
There's 2 options here. It's either Trey Harris or it's Keandre Lambert-Smith.
They need a receiver? Somebody's got to step up?
Any receiver, you need to be... One of y'all has to show up, and one of them has to be a secondary receiver to Ladd McConkey, and we need to give Justin Herbert all the help he needs so that we can finally get to where we want to go.
Especially with Slater's knee being in the grave, they need to be a great passing offense. They better have weapons to make up for it. One of you better pop. Also, Jamari Caldwell replacing Puna Ford. A lot is actually on his plate to step up day one. He's 25-year-old rookie, so like he's expected to play right away. He's actually fucking filthy, so I think he will be better than Puna Ford or as good. But that to me, that's like I almost write it in that he's going to be good. The wide receivers are a question mark.
I need one of them.
Deep ass question mark, yeah.
Or honestly, Aronde Gadsden. If you can give us some vertical stretching at the tight end position, that could also change our fucking lives. Somebody that catches the ball. Do it well for Justin Herbert. Don't care what position you play, what your name is. Catch it good.
Please. I'm tired of excuses. Let me see it.
You're going to get a lot more. Slater's dead. That's a big excuse. Sadly. The biggest excuse happened right away.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. That's how I feel. Every year for the team. Here we go. Somebody dies, and it's unfortunate. Oh, you have one other all-pro teammate? The Atlanta Falcons.
It's one of them edges.
One of them edges,
bro. It's one of them edges. Anyone.
One of them edges?
Yeah, one of them.
I think James Pierce Jr. is one I think has a better chance of being like a quality crush the pocket edge rusher right away as a rookie. And especially because you trade up to get him, like you believed in him to move back in the first round and give up future assets. He kind of has to hit and show something as a rookie.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think Jalen Walker can take a little more time. He's a more unique prospect. They got to figure out how to play him. James Pierce, you are an edge rusher. Go edge rush well.
It was one of them edges.
Yep, one of them edges. Any edge. The Panthers. This is another one where one of them edges. They need all the defensive help they can get. And I think Nick Scorton is going to be a great edge rusher. But you can't ignore the fact that Tua was throwing to a bunch of receivers with brick hands last year. If Tech can come out and be a wide receiver one, he will change Bryce Young's life. I said Tua. Oops.
Yeah.
You can't ignore that Bryce Young was throwing to people with brick hands last year.
I'll do it. Yeah, we'll go Ted.
Like
we'll go Ted. Because even in that first preseason game, you saw the connection. You said, "Whoa,
that is very true.
This is different. This is different than what we saw last year." Especially because Xavier Legette was out here punching people in the face with the helmet on.
Half the time you're throwing hands, other times you have brick hands. Legette was your wide receiver one. It was scary.
Yeah.
Be good, be above average, and you will change his offense.
It was scary. Listen, he won that fight though. He shot it.
Did he?
He did.
He got so serious.
He did. He did.
Yeah,
That's my guy. I like him.
Legette your guy.
I like him a lot.
Okay. Next one. The Houston Texans.
Let's see.
This is the easiest one yet. Ariante Ursary, you need to be the starting tackle and you need to be good right away, or CJ Stroud will get his head ripped off.
Yeah, someone on that damn line, man.
Somebody block for CJ Stroud. It's not going to be Larry Tunsil anymore. It's not going to be those guards, I'll tell you that. Ursary, you got to be a star, or CJ Stroud is going to sink or swim.
Please. Super conjoined.
Save CJ.
And like shout out Higgins, shout out Noel. I think that they'll have a really good underrated wide receiver room, but it only matters if you can get competent blocking.
Yeah.
So
man,
what,
they were in the trench. It's still so crazy that the Texans was like, yeah, last year we were bad at offensive line. What's the first move we do? Trade the best offensive lineman we have.
That'll do it.
It's a complete
What they trade him
revamp.
for?
A pick.
Bullshit.
So yeah, like, and that's so much pressure to put on a round 2 tackle right away. But that's the situation you're in. You better hope he's the guy. The Ravens.
Let's see.
I think if this team wins a Super Bowl, it's because their secondary is unfuckwithable. And if that's the case, that's because Malachi Starks is a good star right away.
I guess so.
Yes, you can go there. I would say Mike Green.
They do need edge help.
You have edge help. Yeah, it's Mike Green.
Is it really?
Yes.
Okay. I won't give it to him. We're going Malachi Starks for selfish reasons.
Yeah. Just adding more juice to that secondary just feels right.
But it is Mike Green.
is Mike Green. Because the Malachi Starks pick, that's a greed pick.
Yeah, it is greed.
Where it's like, you can't have all of this in your secondary.
But now they do. Now they are greedy. And now they might be ridiculously stacked because of it.
Yeah.
That legit might be the best secondary I can imagine since Legion of Boom, if he is a star like we hope he could be.
If they don't win.
They better win the Super Bowl, man. That secondary is filthy.
If they don't win.
This could be a legendary secondary, man. Please put it together. And that's the last one. Damn. Last thing we're going to do. I'm going to name an NBA team. I said NBA again. There I go. Fuck.
Man, we recorded yesterday, man. Relax.
I'm going to name an NFL team. Real simple. You tell me yes or no. Can they win the Super Bowl?
Okay.
So is it possible? Not is it your prediction? Not is it even likely? Can they do it? First off, the Buffalo Bills.
It's always possible.
Of course, it's possible. They
Yeah.
are one of the best teams in the NFL. They have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. They have the reigning MVP. Of course, it's possible.
Yeah.
But
No, it's possible.
okay,
Exactly,
It sounded like he was
yeah.
setting up but they don't have the clutch gene or something.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't shown that, but it's very much possible.
Yeah. Yeah, clearly. They are inner circle contenders. It's only a matter of time before one of these AFC teams knocks off the Chiefs. Is this the year? Time will tell.
I low-key hope it never happens, though.
That would be funny.
It would be insane.
If he just like Jordans them and like nobody else in the division could ever win. Two legends, two top 10 talents ever can't get it done because Michael Jordan is blocking them every fucking year. That'd be hilarious.
They easily can do that.
And then
Simple.
Mahomes retires for 2 years and
Are there any
Josh Allen was too.
Are there any that sounds like a real ass story?
Yeah, it's Michael Jordan.
Are there any swing factors on your team?
Keon
Keon Coleman.
Coleman, obviously. I think if Maxwell Hairston can be a lockdown corner right away, that could help a lot because I think they need all the defensive talent they can get.
Yeah.
And if you have him as your second corner, that could be enough defensive juice, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Denver Broncos.
Yes. With how stacked their defense is all around.
Like, yes, it's possible.
I think so, for sure.
If a couple of these young offensive players make a leap, but it's like they're towards the bottom of teams that can like barely crack the threshold.
Mm-hmm.
This is the end of this. They're going to be in the group of what I call mathematically possible.
Yeah, it's non-zero
Yes,
chance, but I
exactly.
certainly won't bet on it.
Yeah.
Like, this is the worst team that can win the Super Bowl.
Are they the worst team?
Yes. They're the bottom of the line of can win if things go well. Just because their defense can be truly game-breaking, that I'm not going to write it off. And Bo Nix is a young quarterback-ish, and he could make a second-year leap, so I'm not going to write it off, but I'm certainly not going to expect it.
Yeah, they're mathematically 1% chance.
Yeah.
But they can do it though. I agree.
The Buccaneers.
Hell nah.
Well, I mean, it's
If the Broncos can be mathematically possible,
if the Broncos can do it, I guess there's a world where the Bucs can. If Chris Godwin comes back midway through the season and Chris Godwin is him and Emeka Egbuka is your third best receiver and you have three just stars and Bucky Irving is a star, Tristan Wirfs comes back healthy, star, your offense could be ridiculously stacked. Bowles handles the defense. Like, that could be entry-level contender.
That's the reason why. And you're in an easy division. You already know there's a situation where they're gonna have home field advantage in the first round. Like, if they run it up on their division, can the Bucs have an easy path? Maybe. And Baker has played well over the last couple years. So
That is true.
okay, they are also. This is the worst team that could win. Well, are they worse than the Broncos?
No, they have a higher floor, but maybe the Broncos have a higher ceiling if their defense takes over. But the Bucs are just too proven. Like, the Bucs are so consistent. Their program is so good. Their coaches are so good. I think they'll replace Liam Cohen. Hopefully, like, they're better than the Broncos. But like I said, if Jahdae Barron is a superstar, yes. But if Jahdae Barron is a superstar or Pat Bryant hits and like some swing factors go towards the Broncos, maybe they have a higher ceiling. But like, I think week 1, I'm expecting the Bucs to be better.
Okay.
Maybe lower ceiling though. Kansas City Chiefs. Do you see them going back and winning it this time?
No, but I mean I obviously can make it, but also at the same time, can't nobody beat them. So,
Naturally, they got Superman over here.
So I guess the question is obviously they can make it out of the AFC.
Yeah.
If they see the Eagles again, do you think they have the juice this time to win? Have the Eagles lost enough? The Chiefs gained enough?
to answer that question, I need to see what Josh Simmons looks like.
Yeah.
To where if we got a rematch and you actually had somebody on the outside, then okay. Then you guys can handle it and things won't spiral as quickly as they did last year.
If we can block Walter Nolan this time, then something will happen.
Yeah.
Not Walter Nolan. Oops. Nolan Smith.
Yeah.
Wrong Nolan. But yeah, if we can block the edge rushers this time, if Rashee Rice is healthy, that makes a big difference. If he's making more improvements as time goes on, it's really just if they're whole.
I think they have a chance. Naturally, you have to have a chance every year, Pat.
Yeah. Okay. Commanders. Can they win the Super Bowl?
I don't think so.
Can they build on what they did last year and make it an extra round?
No, I don't think their defense is good enough to get there. I think that you're gonna have to rely on another carry job from Jaden Daniels, and even in that second round game, I was like, they won, they beat the Lions very 100% like that. They were going to the 1 seed, but it was the most depleted 1 seed of all time.
Yeah, they're so injured. And like, Jaden Daniels is the type of QB that I think will carry a lot always. But I don't think their offensive weapons got better enough to me to warrant me overlooking the defensive stuff.
Plus, I also, especially at this point, I have to see what does year 2 of Jaden and Cliff look like. Is Cliff's offensive system going to fall off a cliff, no pun intended,
Nice.
so the way that it does?
Okay. The Dallas Cowboys.
Hell
Nope.
no. Hell no.
Nope. I like their offense. I love their offense. I love what they got going on minus their back play. But offensively, yes. But sadly, you have to play 2 ways in this game. 0 chance.
Yeah, I mean, I like their passing offense. I don't like the rushing offense. I don't like the rushing defense. Their passing defense, your edge rushers holding out, your cornerbacks aren't healthy. There's way too many question marks. You would need some breakout rookie stars that we don't see coming. Like Jaden Blue would have to be like the next Devon A-Chain and change their offense and the way they can stretch the field horizontally.
Yeah.
And hopefully, we'll see. If Donovan Izaraku is Max Crosby, then sure.
Hell no.
Sure.
Sure.
Hell no.
If we get a breakout star nobody expects, sure.
Even then, no.
Even if you had Max Crosby, no.
0 chance.
Even if you had the best pass rush duo you've ever seen.
The worst chance so far.
The Lions.
This would be shocking. Would it be shocking?
It would be shocking just because it's the Lions, and it would be shocking that the year after they lose all of the coordinators and the year that their offensive line is the weakest, that's the one that they win.
Mm-hmm.
But they clearly have something, and they can win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they're so talented. They can still win it. They have to find new coordinators and make sure they replenish that brain drain, but they can do that. When your roster is this talented, you can win.
Exactly.
You can't write them off. Unless they
Okay.
just hire fucking bozos, but I
Yeah.
don't see that happening.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. The Los Angeles Rams.
No,
With the state of Stafford's back, it's hard to feel confident.
I don't. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable asking Matthew Stafford to play football for 5 months. For 4 or 5 months. It's not gonna happen.
Like if he was fully healthy, I would come up here and said yes. That we saw last year, the whole talking point, they were the closest to beating the Eagles and all that.
Yeah.
It's probably overstated a little bit, but it is true, like empirically, and that doesn't mean nothing. They got better. Their defensive talent is young, moving up, improving as years go on. You add Devontae Adams, they're a better team than the one that pushed the Eagles.
For sure.
But if Stafford's not healthy, none of that really matters.
If their
At
backup
all.
quarterback play was better, then I would be like, you know what? They got a chance for sure.
And you know what?
But
Garoppolo's probably a top 10 backup, but it's just really hard to win with a backup QB.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm going to say. I'm taking the easy way out. I'm saying no.
Hell no.
I'm not saying hell no.
no.
The San Francisco 49ers.
Hell
Yes.
Hell
this-
no.
no.
Yeah,
No,
what?
I don't. I think for them to get back, again, I think that they can be good. I need their receivers to I need to see what their receivers are going to look like. I need to see if Christian McCaffrey is going to be there. I need to see just how dominant having Robert Saleh as your defensive coordinator is going to make you. Like if he just comes in and changes everybody's life and out, this is like a top 10, top 12 unit. Okay, yeah, we can probably get there. That's asking for a lot, even for him. So I'm gonna say no right now.
Yeah, there's way too many health question marks that you can say best case scenario, if CMC is 100% healthy, 100% in his prime, Brandon Ayuk comes back 100% healthy, 100% in his prime. Maybe, if you have Shanahan, you have a starting quarterback, it's possible. I feel like it's incredibly hard to imagine all those health things break their way.
Yeah.
Like that would be very wishful thinking. Houston Texans.
No.
Can you win with a bottom 10 offensive line in the NFL?
Fuck.
You know what?
No.
I'm gonna say yeah. This defense is like that.
It is.
This defense is like that. And I do think that if you get the same way that we were talking about the Rams, they were the closest to beating the Eagles.
Yeah.
The Texans in that playoff game, they did play the Chiefs pretty well.
Yeah.
And I think that this defense can give a lot of people a run for their money. They made Josh Allen look pretty bad.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson did whatever he wanted. does not matter. But I think with the floor of the defense, if you get just a little bit better schematically, even with the bad offensive line, you can get there.
Yeah.
Maybe not win, but you can get there.
I think they can be top tier contenders with how nasty that defensive talent is. I have blind faith in CJ Stroud to continue to be a player that can guide you where you need to go.
Yeah.
But I fundamentally don't think you can win with a bottom 10 offensive line unless you have the greatest quarterback of all time back there. I think you just cannot win with the offensive line being that big of an issue.
CJ, they don't believe in you.
It's I think if they saw the Eagles and they saw the defensive line talent, they'd get cooked.
Yeah.
So if you make the Super Bowl, you're probably going to face an elite defensive line, and I think we'd see a nasty performance.
Yeah.
But they can get close. They can get close.
Mathematically, for me, no. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, like that's just it's non-negotiable to have good offensive line play if you want to win a championship.
Mm.
The last but not least, the Minnesota Vikings.
No.
No.
I don't think they. Again, mathematically possible in my eyes. I don't know. I don't think JJ McCarthy like asking a rookie to win the Super Bowl.
It's a lot. But we've seen rookie quarterbacks be competent.
But win the Super Bowl. You've seen rookie quarterbacks win the Super Bowl.
No, of course not. But this team is so talented that I don't know. It's possible that JJ McCarthy is Brock Purdy, that he's a good enough quarterback. And if it's possible that the Vikings have a good enough quarterback, they can win the Super Bowl by taking the ball out of his hands and doing everything they can that you do with a young quarterback in that way and win with the rest of your talent. That's all possible.
Yeah, and the question is, can they get there? Yes, I think so, for sure. With all that being said.
I don't know if they can win the Super Bowl.
It's a big ask. It's a gigantic. It's the biggest ask you could possibly make of a young quarterback. Win the fucking Super Bowl right away. It's borderline impossible, but there's a chance.
Mathematically possible.
Yeah.
It's a 1% chance.
Strong chance.
Yeah. Man, if this was year 2, JJ McCarthy, and I saw at least a competent year last year, he played 5 games and looked decent, I'd feel really, really good about this team.
Too bad they didn't happen in our
Too bad. Yeah. It's tough. And that's the last segment we have. That's the end of the show. If people are still here, what should they comment?
Change that
edges,
damn
man.
sweater.
Oh. First of all, is it a sweater?
No, it was a t-shirt.
Dummy.
He keeps saying sweater.
Exactly.
I wasn't gonna correct him in the moment so he didn't get pissed at me, but it's a t-shirt.
You know
Change
what?
the t-shirt.
Rock that tee, man. You rocking the fuck out of it too.
Not taking it off.
All right. Relax.
I wore it to the gym the other day. That's where I wear my clothes I don't care about.
Ooh. Burn.
And with that being said, we'll see y'all next week.